but I'm going to write that down. So 21 and 22 make the tackle. I'll put the recovery over here or something.
Okay.
Or interception even. They're 24th, we're 21st. Really? I'm not officer anymore. Just married to one. I get called that enough.
What time is the game tomorrow?
Noon.
Oh, it's in the evening. Good. I gotta tell you, they look pretty good right now. That defense, you can keep them in just about any game. You know what I mean? They got defense.
More out of the tomorrow.
What's that?
Is this the one?
More out of the offense tomorrow, though.
Is this one of the games that you said they have to
I
win?
wanted to text you.
I thought the first four. I mean, if you are vying for the ACC Coastal Conference Championship, you got to beat these teams. You got coming out of row. You got Notre Dame, you're at Florida State, you're at Miami, you're at Clemson. So, you don't win these, you're looking 500.
They're scheduled for that interior, the tackle nose guard had 2 sacks last week. Came out of nowhere. He's like brand new. Is he like number 31 or something? Like ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Blanking on the name.
Yeah, I am too.
You hit a really
I really
So excited.
Now, I'm looking across the field, and they have DV Sport Replay. Is that just for the coaching staff? Referees can't go over and replay it. Okay.
It was screen through, but they had it last year, but they had to hit the thumbnails on iPads. So they had about 5 iPads, 6 iPads on the sideline when the coaches had it. I think it's like a 3-second delay or 5-second delay where a thumbnail will pop up with the last play. They can just hit it.
So they can hit, I'm guessing, they can hit one of those 4 squares and that'll populate the whole screen.
Yeah, so what you'll see is after every play, a new thumbnail of that play will come up.
Oh, okay.
And you can just hit call it.
Colin wanted me to call you because he doesn't know how to mute the mic on the camera. Alright, that's a good answer. Oh, awesome. Do you know how to unplug the headsets? Okay. It's too late to mute that, so we can't.
Hey, man, how are you?
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, that's all. Bye.
6A as we have the visiting Hempfield Spartans traveling to Mount Lebanon to face the Blue Devils. Folks, we're going to come back to you in a few minutes as Tom Stafora, the PA announcer here at the stadium, is announcing all the Mount Lebanon seniors as it is senior night here at Mount Lebanon, and Bob Pelko is greeting all the players. But let's tune in and let Tom announce all the seniors.
Yeah, I plugged it. My bad. Yeah.
That's okay.
It heard like
Number 29, Captain Furio Fidel, joined by his parents, Charlie and Casey Fidel. Number 72, offensive lineman Nick Javon, joined by his parents, Ryan and Erica Javon.
no idea. That is a great question.
I don't know about that.
I see.
Number 32, defensive lineman Billy Green, joined by his parents, Bill and Tracy Green. Number 36, linebacker Sean King, joined by his parents, Captain and Jojo King. Number 31, defensive end A.J. Lombardo, joined by his parents, Tony and Jennifer Lombardo. Number 52, defensive lineman Tyler Long, joined by his parents, Chris and Leslie Long. Number 42, linebacker Ryan Martin, joined by his parents, Ken and Jill Martin. Defensive end number 6, Owen McGeary, joined by his parents, Jeff and Suzanne McGeary. Number 82, linebacker Logan Casino,
I'll go
joined
back
by his
to
parents,
me,
Bob
and I'll just give Hempfield records 1-1, and who's who they beat, who's who they lost, and then throw 2 for 3 keys. Got it.
Number 18, running back Cortland Peer, joined by his parents, Chris and Liz Peer.
That seems.
Number 22, running back Hassan Penix, joined by his parents, Victor Penix and Tamia Rose. Number 51, center and captain Colin Plesko, joined by his parents, Dan and Karen Plesko. Defensive back number 4, Maurice Glover, joined by his parents, Lanaya and Maurice Glover. Number 37, kicker Casey Sorsel, joined by his parents, Corey and Tony Sorsel. Number 71, offensive lineman Ben Strife, joined by his parents, Matt and Jen Strife. Number 58, defensive lineman Alex Camparitzis, joined by his parents, Thomas and Sophia Camparitzis. Number 66, kicker Graham Forson, joined by his parents, Carla and Abby Forson. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the Mount Lebanon football class of 2021. Now it's time to honor our cheerleading seniors. First, Alex Ivers, joined by her parents, Rudy and Amber Ivers. joined by her parents, Tom and Joanne Floyd. Sarah Dietrich, joined by her parents, Tom and Donna Dietrich. Delaney Driscoll, joined by her parents, Tim and Melanie Driscoll. Abby Fish, joined by her parents, Brad and Sue Fish. Melanie Henry, joined by her parents, Craig and Sarah Henry.
Yeah, special position that one.
Jan Loomis, joined by her parents, Mark Loomis and Wendy Williams. Sarah Benet, joined by her parents, Steve and Vicky Benet.
They sent me all this shit. Some teams, like I told you, I did stuff.
Gabriella, joined by her parents, and Cecilia Morello. Ava Paytak, joined by her mother, Terry Paytak. Lindsay Paul, joined by her parents, Brian and Kristen Paul. Isabel Stover, joined by her parents, Marty and Gina Stover. Joined by her parents, Stanley and Kelly Lively.
Got so many sheets here.
Cassie Westwood, joined by her parents, Ted and Amber Westwood. Erin Saha, joined by her parents, Joseph and Kathy Zhang. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the Lebanon cheerleaders class of 2021.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mount Lebanon High School Stadium for tonight's WPIAL 6A matchup between the visiting Hempfield Spartans and the host, your Mount Lebanon Blue Devils. Hello everyone, Denny Pastufka here with my partner Brian Walters. Glad to be back with you guys again this week. And this year we also have a third analyst in the booth, Colin Whitty. So did a great job giving us some expert analysis last week. So glad to have you on board, Colin.
Yeah, glad to be on board with the voice of the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils, Denny.
Hey, it made my job a lot easier. Now, all I have to do is call plays. I have two great analysts on either side of me, so makes it a lot more fun for me, too. Mount Lebanon comes into the game 0-1, having played one less game than Hempfield, as Mount Lebanon had to deal with COVID virus in their week before their first game, so that canceled a scrimmage as well as a game against Baldwin. So we opened up last week against Cannon Mac, and unbelievably, we're upset by a score of 24-17. National Anthem coming on, folks. Let's go to it, and we'll be right back. All right, everybody. As we were starting to say last week, Cannon Mac put a 24-17 victory on Mount Lebanon. Nobody saw it coming. And I got to tell you, we didn't see it coming with 5 minutes remaining in the game.
Yeah, Denny, wow. Total shocker last week as the Blue Devils ventured into Washington County to take on the Big Macs at Canamac Stadium. Kind of a surreal setting last week. No fans from Mount Lebanon, no bands, no cheerleaders. Kind of an empty feeling. But the Blue Devils jumped early on the Canamac team, held a 17-0 lead with 6:50 gone in the third quarter. Really felt like Mount Lebanon had the game in control. Importantly, was controlling the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. And then a special teams mistake with a kickoff return for a touchdown, and then a quick strike on a slant pattern by Canamac. They were back in the game, and then kind of you saw the rust kind of kick in with Mount Lebanon. They had not played live competition prior to last Friday, so we saw some penalties hurt them late in the game. We saw some sloppy tackling, and then just some special teams errors. So I really expect Mount Lebanon to kind of clean that up this week as they head into week 2. Again, though, they're playing a Hempfield team that has the advantage of not only having played one more game than Mount Lebanon, but also having had an additional scrimmage, which, with a young Mount Lebanon team led by quite a few juniors, again, the rush showed last week for Mount Lebanon as they ventured into Washington County to take on Canamac.
And like you said, Brian, have to clean a bunch of things up that were sloppy. None as sloppy as the punting game. We could not flip the field on change of possessions, and that hurt in a big way too. On the other hand, Hempfield comes into this game with a 1-1 record. They lost in week 1 to Norwin by a score of 28-14. They defeated Norwin 28-14. Last week they were defeated by Seneca Valley by a score of 38-0. Their signal caller, number 12, is Christian Zilli. He is a senior, but has missed the last 2 years with shoulder injuries. And you're also going to see number 15, Ian Tufts, at quarterback as well.
Yeah, this is, do not sleep on this Hempfield team at all. They pounded Norwin 28-14 in their first game, and then played a very physical Seneca Valley team last week and lost. But, if you go back, Denny, I think it was when your son Joe was a senior, Mount Lebanon went and played at Hempfield in a game that was interrupted by lightning. Mount Lebanon held a lead, similar to kind of last week's game, and Hempfield came back. I think Slapanovic was their quarterback, and they had a nice tight end as well. So this is a Hempfield program that has made some plays against Mount Lebanon historically, and Mount Lebanon, look, they're 0-1. They got to come out ready to play.
Have to. I mean, the schedule gets nothing but tougher in the upcoming weeks when you have North Allegheny and Central Catholic coming up on the schedule. So games like this, you have to take your advantages and you got to play up and win.
Yeah, absolutely. Colin, any thoughts about keys to the game when you look at this Mount Lebanon team heading into week 2, 0-1?
Yeah, from the first game that I saw from Mount Lebanon, this game they need to come out and play 4 quarters of the game. Mount Lebanon led 17-0 with 5:30 left in the third quarter last week at Canon-Mac. Ended up giving 24 underanswered points and losing 24-17. So just play a full 4 quarter of the game. Number 2, no big plays. Lebo allowed 14 points in 6 plays last week, one from a kickoff return and one from a wrong pass play. Got to fix those up. And number 3, go back to the bread and butter, running the football and controlling the clock. Like they said last week, they had a really good drive to open up the third quarter, ended up getting a touchdown on that drive. It took 6 minutes and 30 seconds off the clock. Mount Lebanon's going to have to do that here tonight if they want to pull out the win.
Let's remember that this is a Mount Lebanon team that has some new faces in the coaching staff as well. Coach Spieler, the new offensive coordinator, this is his first year at Mount Lebanon. So this marks the 3rd season. The signal caller, the junior, Joey Daniels, has had a different offensive coordinator. He had Coach Phillips his freshman year, Coach Mons last year, and now Coach Spieler this year. So again, you're going to expect a little bit of time to adjust to new personnel, new coaching rhythms, all of that. Hopefully it's going to be a breakthrough game for Mount Lebanon. But again, I expect this Hempfield team to come in. They're 1-1. They're vying for a playoff position. They're actually ahead of Mount Lebanon in terms of playoff seeding right now. So we can expect them to be ready and to jump on Mount Lebanon as well.
Well, we have a sparse crowd here tonight, Brian, with the COVID restrictions. Do you know exactly what was the requirements? Who could come to the game tonight?
Yeah, very good, Denny. So the rule was from the Mount Lebanon side that they gave 2 tickets to each family who had a player that was dressing for the game.
Okay.
So I don't believe the freshman parents got tickets. And I'm assuming that also the band parents and cheerleading parents got tickets as well. But I don't know that for certain because it is great to have the band here. I would note that they're appropriately socially distanced in the visitors' side, so it's a different position to see our band to our right, but they're here in full force. And another great thing, we've also got the varsity cheerleaders with us tonight as well. So a little bit of a more intimate feel than it was last week at Canon-Mac Stadium with the band and the cheerleaders.
Will the band actually march on the field at halftime?
That is my understanding. They will play at halftime, so that'll be a nice treat for our fans listening at home.
Yeah, exactly. Canon-Mac, they just played from their end zone position. They didn't actually go onto the field last week.
Right.
But Hempfield coming out of the far locker room right now. Got a beautiful night for football in Mount Lebanon, folks. 74 degrees right now here, 4 minutes before kickoff. Sun just set under the western skies, and it is a beautiful night for WPIAL football.
I got to laugh a little bit. I'm wondering why it's so dark. Well, it's because I'm wearing sunglasses. So I'm going to take those off and put on my regular glasses. Oh, now. Okay. Now we can see a lot better.
It's better now.
Now you can see the orange hue over the horizon.
Yeah. Spartans take the field. They're wearing their blue helmets and all white jerseys. Made the trip in from Westmoreland County.
They've got quite a few buses here, so I'm not sure who or where their fans are.
That's likely a function of the social distancing requiring with the additional buses and how they need to be seated on those buses.
Oh, you're right, probably. Just limited seating on each bus. Didn't think of that. And here come the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils.
Yeah, we talked last week about leadership on this team. It's going to start up front with the senior, number 51, Colin Plesko. He's the center. He is captain on the team. Expect him to kind of set the tone offensively for this team. You know, the other 2 kind of captains you'd look to is, of course, Cooper Austin, the junior, had a big game last week, both offensive and defensive tackle. And then, of course, the junior signal caller, Joey Daniels. Again, a lot of experience for only a junior at the quarterback position. Expect him to have a breakout game this evening, too.
Last week, Joey threw for 182 yards versus Canon-Mac. Alex Texa was our leading rusher with 26 yards last week, and our leading receiver was Eli Heidenreich with 83 yards last week.
Yeah, and Denny and Colin, how about the play down at the opposite end zone last week where Joey Daniels dropped back on a timing pattern, hit Eli Heidenreich for a touchdown?
Yeah, that was one of the best plays Joey Daniels made all night. Him and Eli have had a connection since Pee Wee football, and it showed there. The timing was really, really well done on that route. Gotten for 6 that possession, leading to a 17-0 lead.
Yeah, I'd like to see more of that this week with this Blue Devils offense as they mix the pass with the run.
One thing we saw last week was one thing we saw last week from Mount Lebanon is putting 3 to 4 guys in the backfield and having the option of which guy runs it. It was a lot of versatility in the backfield.
But good call, Colin. I did not expect to see the Blue Devils go to that kind of wildcat formation.
It was a weird formation. Sometimes Jerry Daniels would roll out. Sometimes he would hand it off. It's a lot of versatility and a lot of talent in the backfield.
That is, you saw Coach Spieler, the offensive coordinator, trying to utilize his weapons as much as he could last week. Will be interesting to see how the Blue Devils start this week offensively and whether we see that formation again.
Well, they obviously did the coin toss before the teams took the field, and I'm not sure if Mount Lebanon lost the toss or won the toss and deferred, but Mount Lebanon will be kicking off to start this game. Hempfield will receive.
All right, Denny, and if you're listening at home, I'm not certain if you can hear that, but you can hear a lot of people cheering. That's actually being pumped in through the public address announcers, and it's actually I think it's the Florida State Tomahawk Chop.
Tomahawk Chop,
yeah. Or if you're a Pirates fan from the early 90s, that would be the Atlanta Braves.
Senior kicker, Casey Sorsdale, short kick, take up around the 15-yard line. That's going to be number 4, Roman Pellis, on the return. And they're going to get some good fielding position to start the game out with. On the tackles was number 14. That's Trevor Barrett.
Right, Trevor Barrett, starting inside linebacker last week, had a big game. Trevor is a transfer from Thomas Jefferson under Coach Chirpak's program. We saw Trevor step in last week and make a big impact. Looks like Mount Lebanon starting in the same defensive formation they started last week. 3 down linemen. They're deploying 4 linebackers and 4 defensive backs. We talked about Teska and Heidenreich at the safeties. It's Wirtz and at right cornerback, and I can't make out who's the left corner.
Zilli,
I think that's Sam Ward out there.
Oh, you're right, Colin. That is Sammy Ward.
Handoff up the middle. Goes to Gino Caesar. Might get 2 on the play, maybe 3. On the tackle for Mount Lebanon was 17, Tommy Boehner. Actually, they're going to put it out to the 38-yard line.
Zilli, a big
Second
quarterback,
5.
6'1", 200 pounds, senior for Hempfield.
Zilli's going to throw to his left. Complete to Caesar.
Boy, nice tackle there by number 8, Eli Heidenreich, the junior. Broke down, dropped his butt, made the tackle. Also helping out was Charlie Pellegrino from the linebacker position coming across at full speed. So it's 3rd down and 3, Denny.
There's the RPO, like we said pregame.
1 setback. Receivers wide to each side. Zilli. Long count. Now he's looking to the sideline. They're going to bring 15. Ian Tufts in motion. Tufts is the backup quarterback, but also sees time at wide receiver.
You've got Jack Smith, number 7, at left outside linebacker. Tommy Boehner, number 17, the junior, at right outside linebacker.
Timeout. Hempfield did not like what they saw from the Mount Lebanon front.
It's a really good job by Mount Lebanon there, not jumping the gun there and give up a first down. Really good job by the Mount Lebanon defense.
Yeah, nice job by Lebo. Up front again, Denny, it looks like the same starters on the defensive line that we had last week. So that's Will Harvey, number 75, not to be confused with Joe Green, another famous 75. And then we've got Owen Halter, and we've got, of course, the captain, junior, Cooper Austin. Linebackers look to be the middle linebacker was Trevor Barrett, who we talked about earlier, transferring in from Thomas Jefferson, Charlie Pellegrino. The outside linebackers, Tommy Boehner and Jack Smith. We'll call Jack Smith's name a lot tonight. He's also the long snapper, also plays quarterback, and they try to work him in a couple different positions on offense as well.
Pellegrino was in on that last play, along with Trevor Barrett. 3rd down, short 3, long 2. Motioned with Guy. Handoff up the middle.
Nice.
Breaks 1 tackle. That's Mario Perkins, but he's not going to get there. They're going to spot it around the 40-yard line. So it's going to bring up a 4th and 3. Number 5, Alex Texa on the stop for Mount Lebanon.
Yeah, there you had no one blocked. Actually, Tommy Boehner, number 17, the outside linebacker, came untouched, made the initial play, forced the running back inside, and Alex Teska, again, the heavy hammer at safety, comes in and finished that play off. Alex, one of the best tacklers on the team, making his presence felt early in this game.
Zilli, the quarterback, also the punter, gets it away. It's going to be hiding right at his own 25-yard line. He'll get about 5 or 6. Fumble, but he gets it right back. So not a bad punt, low punt, but it'll travel, and it looks like number 56 for Hempfield on the stop. That's Sean Knight. 9:57, first quarter, no score on the board. Pleasure to have you with us tonight, folks, as Mount Lebanon will start 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Absolutely beautiful evening here in southwestern Pennsylvania for high school football, and feel fortunate to be together with everyone this evening. Mount Lebanon and Hempfield tuning in. Thank you for listening.
Jack Smith at quarterback here.
Interesting. Smith going to keep up the middle. He'll be met. That was number 3, Lucas Guy. But yeah, interesting start there. The opening snap goes to Smith, but he goes out now, and Joey Daniels is going to line up under center.
Yeah.
Texa in the backfield.
Very interesting. That looked like a run all the way, Denny, with Jack in there at quarterback. Now Joey's back at quarterback.
Barrett also in backfield. Handoff, Texa. Up to the 38-yard line. Get about 4, maybe 5 on the play.
Yeah, Alex runs off tackle to the left, picks up about 5 yards.
Lucas Guy on the stop for Hempfield. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4, ball at the 38-yard line. We got 21, Matt Wirtz, split to the right here.
Oh, he's in one-on-one coverage right here on the right side.
Yes, he is. Coming in motion. 34, Pellegrino. Handoff.
Flag.
Flag comes in. Alex Texa on the carries. Looks like he has first down yardage, but let's see what the flag's all about. Once again, Guy on the tackle.
Nice job by Alex. Again, found the crease, got up into the hole, and then, like he normally does, bangs forward for a couple extra yards. Had enough yards for the first down, but I suspect that's going to be holding on Mount Lebanon.
Another first down, it seems like.
Oh, face mask.
Wow.
Or illegal hands to the face. One of the two. Referee's back is to us, but he definitely motioned the hand to the face. So, but they're marching off a bunch. This looks like a 15-yard penalty.
Big penalty.
All the way down to the Hempfield 43-yard line. 1st and 10, Mount Lebanon.
Nice job by the offensive line of Lebo, and we talked about it earlier. It's led by senior center, number 51, Plesko, who had a nice game last week.
See the formation, four players in the backfield for Mount Lebanon.
Yep, we saw that a few times last week.
Oh, nice.
Texa, nice run.
Good run.
Good gainer, down inside the 30, down to 26-yard line. 18 yards on the pickup. Stop made finally by Ian Tufts. Nice run.
Boy, nice run and nice hole, again, opened up by that offensive line up front. That's where it all starts.
Oh, boy, coming back, we have a flag on the field. See what the call is this time. A lot of flags last week, too.
Yeah, there were, and those penalties ultimately ended up hurting Mount Lebanon.
That's what you're going to expect, though, with that's their first game.
Right, camp, very limited practice.
Right, and you forget Mount Lebanon, they had their 3 games canceled originally, as everyone did in the Whitfield, and then they lost their first game against Baldwin, the rescheduled schedule, because of the COVID incident. So they are at a disadvantage, having lost scrimmages and games.
Looks like a chop block on play. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Hempfield.
Both sides. Offsetting.
So, they're going to bring it all the way back.
It's a killer.
Boy, that is a big penalty right there.
Yeah.
Were there offsetting, but in addition, the chop blocks?
Yes.
There was.
Offsetting unsportsmanlike conducts and then
so they just want the chop block back.
Yeah.
Which is a 15-yard penalty from the point of where it occurred.
Wow.
Lebo, 2 receivers wide left, 1 wide to the right.
Colin, what is your favorite 1st and 27 play? What do you got in your playbook for 1st and 27?
Well, 1st and 27, I mean, There's not much to do in first 27. All you got to do is just get yards. Maybe a screen pass to Texa here.
I like the screen pass call.
Get him in space. Get one of your best players in space. You have Pellegrino as a tight end here.
Off the line just a tad. 2 wide left, 1 wide right.
You see Hempfield deploying 3 down linemen, and they walk their outside linebackers up to the line of scrimmage. So it looks like there's 5 guys across the line of scrimmage. Linebackers are set 5 yards back. And there you go, Colin.
Daniels.
There's the screen.
Yep.
Complete. Texa. Nice run with it.
Yeah, very nice.
Get about 8 yards on the play. Knocked out of bounds by number 2. That's Geno Caesar, along with 23, Demetrius Murphy for the Spartans.
Well, one thing notice when you watch Joey Daniels throw is he gets rid of that ball quickly. There he made his decision right away, got it out to Alex in space, let Alex do something with the ball.
No huddle offense here from Mount Lebanon.
Is Munoz wearing 2 tonight?
He is.
Okay.
Yes, he's packed to number 2.
Yeah, last week on the road, he was number 44. Not sure why, but Daniels getting chased, getting dragged down. Goes down, and that's number 44, Daniel Sirk, on the sack for the Spartans.
Yeah, Sirk, a two-way player for the Spartans. He also plays tight end. Did a nice job at charging through the line and had to break down. Joey Daniels couldn't quite get away. A big loss on 2nd down, so we're now looking at a 3rd and
really long.
3rd and really long. Yeah.
If you're Mount
22.
Lebanon, you're Mount Lebanon here. You're probably not going to get the first down. So set up good field positioning for the punt. Oh, there's offsides. That'll help.
5 back.
We'll take that.
3rd and 27 now.
There you go.
Just like first down.
'17, Tommy Boehner in the game now. Mount Lebanon, he's going to come into the slot on the right-hand side. He had a nice game last week out of the running back position and the slot.
Matt Wirtz, one-on-one, bottom of your screen.
Got Charlie Pellegrino, kind of the H-back tight end, standing up on the left side as well.
Munoz wide left.
They only rushed 3.
Joey straight drop
Wirtz.
back. Long across the middle.
Interference.
Incomplete. Looked like he got there a little bit early on Pellegrino,
I
but
thought he did. Yeah, I thought he arrived early as well. I thought he definitely arrived early. Joey had a nice time. They rushed 3. Good job by the offensive line. He saw the target, Pellegrino, cutting across the middle, threw it on a rope, just could not connect. I did think the defender arrived early. I thought that was pass interference, Denny and Colin.
Absolutely. That was Ian Tufts. And Sorsdale is on to punt it away for Mount Lebanon. Back deep is Roman Pellis for the Spartans.
So we've certainly seen Casey do a great job kicking over the years since he was a sophomore as the place kicker. Now he punts.
High one, not too deep. Takes a big Hempfield bounce, though. Yikes. We
might have
had our struggles last week punting, folks.
We might have running into the kicker
Let me tell you. Good catch, Colin. We might, because otherwise it's going to be a
looks like a 5-yard
18-yard punt.
Yeah, they're signaling that's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
Maybe a repunt.
I think they're sorting it out how many yards the penalty is, and if they're going to punt it again or not.
I would take the penalty and punt it again.
Yeah,
I would
not.
not. I would not clock it at the end of that, given the short kick.
Where he's standing, that's an 18-yard punt.
Coach Palco pleading his case here.
We mentioned it last week. Of course, Casey Sorsdale, the senior, really incredible place kicker. His sophomore year, so 2 seasons ago, led the Whippy on field goal kicks. Has a legitimate leg, but we haven't seen him punt very often.
Yep.
Nick Estabrook had been the punter last year and then started the season this year. And, of course, Nick, remarkably, is also this season playing soccer as well.
Repunt.
Sorsdale. They're going to move it up 5 to the Mount Lebanon 45. Casey's going to send it away again. Roman Pellis deep for Hempfield.
That's Jack Smith, the junior quarterback and outside linebacker, as long snapper.
And J.P. Walters is not in on the punt team after he had a
wrist
injury last week. Nice punt. Taking it about the 16.
It's a big penalty right there. Real nice punt.
Way to go, Casey. Nice job.
2.
Great punt by Casey Sorsdale.
Munoz in on the tackle along with Gus Kramer. Nice punt. 4, 5. That's a 39-yard punt. That's what we need. Big improvement from last week.
Wow, he banged that, and there you go, Casey Sorsdale, big kick right there. And you're right, Colin, that was a big penalty for Hempfield. They were looking to take the ball over around our 43-yard line. Now they're backed up all the way to their 15. Hempfield coming out of the north end zone and heading to the south end zone, so they're moving right to left for those watching at home.
Open set, 5 wide. Zilli looking left, throws.
Get that.
Oh, nice catch. Over the outstretched arms of Mount Lebanon's Matt Wirtz, but it was Noah Sir coming down with it.
Yeah, very nice ball by the senior quarterback for Hempfield. He found his wide receiver heading down the near sideline to us, right over the outstretched hands of Matt Wirtz.
Yeah,
Alex Teska came in to finish the play off.
Wirtz seemed to time that a little bit too early.
Correction, that was actually Tufts on the reception. That time, 24 Perkins taking it up the middle, grinding, not much. Trevor Barrett along with Charlie Pellegrino.
Yeah, we've already called it the middle linebacker spot. Both Trevor and Charlie quite a bit already this game. Nice tackles by the middle linebacker. Hard running by the Hempfield running back. Right up the gut for a gain of 2 tough yards.
Zilli rolls right.
Come on,
now he
Gray.
cuts it back. He's going to get grabbed in the backfield, and he cannot get away from Will Harvey.
Yeah, nice job by Will Harvey. We talked a little bit about Will last week, and of course comes from a family of football players, the Harveys. 3 of his brothers playing college football, but Harvard, Johns Hopkins, and Princeton.
Ball now at the Hempfield 44-yard line. He's going to bring up a 3rd and 16. Got to get to the Mount Lebanon 41-yard line. Go 5 wide again.
Well, looks like a blitz by Mount Lebanon.
Zilli.
Blitz through the B gap.
He's going to loft one down the middle. He got a man. Complete. That's Roman Pellis. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Roman Pellis, 56 yards on the touchdown. And Hempfield goes on the board first.
Yeah, it looked like Mount Lebanon blitzed 2 linebackers on the play. Just as they had gotten to the quarterback, he had enough time to get the ball off, planted well, threw a deep ball down the middle, beat Matthew Wirtz, and then it was a foot race to the end zone. Nice play call by Hempfield. We saw Mount Lebanon last week dial up the blitz fairly successfully, but right here, second offensive drive, and Hempfield sticks it in with 4:25 left in the first quarter.
That's the risk when you blitz and play man-to-man.
Nice touch on the pass, too, by Zilli.
Nice
extra point, that was Ben Kissel. It's a line drive kick, but it went through, and with 4:25 now remaining here, first quarter, Hempfield 7, Mount Lebanon nothing.
Yeah, again, give Hempfield credit. Their second offensive drive of the game looked very good in terms of the timing on those 2 long passes, really, by Zilli. Nice job by number 12, the senior signal caller for the Hempfield Spartans.
Spartan scoring drive, 4 plays, 85 yards, only in a minute 32.
Yeah, obviously defense is going to have to tighten up a little on that. Cannot give up those big chunk plays in the passing game. Good thing about that was it was only a minute and 32-second drive, so there's still 4:25 left in the first quarter as Mount Lebanon trails the Spartans of Hempfield 7-0. Hempfield will kick out of the north end zone and kick into Mount Lebanon in the south end zone. Back deep for Mount Lebanon is again number 5, Eli Heidenreich Jr., and number 17, Tommy Boehner Jr.
5, actually, Alex Teska.
I'm sorry,
Texas.
You're right. Alex Teska, sorry.
And also for Hempfield, quarterback Zilli is now 3 for 3, 93 yards. We're not out of the first quarter. Squib kick. It's going to be taken at the 19-yard line. That was Tommy Boehner on the return.
You know,
looked like Lucas Guy and Gino Caesar on the stop.
There's clearly a strategy to squib kicking, but I have not seen it work effectively at the high school level in games we've seen, Denny.
I know.
I mean, whether it's Mount Lebanon doing it or Mount Lebanon's opponents doing it, it always seemed like the team starts somewhere at the 35 or even better field position.
Good field position for Mount Lebanon.
We've got some new players in right now. We have number 27, Mike Beardsdorf, split to the right. Mo Plummer now in the backfield. Joey throwing.
Nice job,
complete.
Michael.
That's Michael Beardsdorf, sophomore, who just got into the game, brought down by Tyson Gregory.
Yeah, Michael Beardsdorf, the sophomore, very lanky. And Denny, let me tell you, he can fly as well. I would not be surprised if they try to connect with him downfield as well. Incredible athlete, plays baseball and basketball.
Wow. Plummer off the left side. Got some push. Enough for a first down. Just shy of midfield.
Yeah, that's the senior, Mo Plummer. Again, hard runner. Number 4, you see him take it right between the tackles and churn out a nice first down for Mount Lebanon.
Ball out to the Mount Lebanon 48, 1st and 10.
Of course, Michael Beardsdorf, dad Ron, a big Minnesota Golden Gophers fan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. His grandfather played, or excuse me, young Michael's grandfather played for Minnesota.
Jack Smith back in at quarterback.
Timeout.
Joey Daniels was still in the game, but he was flexed out in like a wing-back position. But timeout, Mount Lebanon. Going to sneak in a few announcements real quick here, folks. Tomorrow's JV game against Hempfield will be played at Cannon Mac at 10 o'clock. Do we know why that is, Ron?
I have no idea why that is, Denny. A neutral site for that for a JV game.
Okay.
For a September JV game. I don't know.
Congratulations to the girls volleyball team for defeating Baldwin this week in section play on their senior night. Way to go, girls. Congratulations to our boys and girls cross-country teams for defeating both Bethel Park and Cannon Mac this week in section competition. Congratulations to our boys soccer team for defeating USC last week on their senior night. Great job, boys. And congratulations to our girls soccer team for defeating Cannon Mac this week. The girls head to Upper St. Clair tomorrow. Good luck. And as we always do, folks, I'm going to shout out my cell phone, and if you want to send a text, we'll give you a shout out on the air. And the fact that there were no fans at last week's game, we were overwhelmed. On the first time out, I had 58 texts, so I did not get to everyone. But if you text tonight, we'll try to get to everyone. 1st and 10, Mount Lebanon at 48, Smith in motion. Straight up the middle goes Alex Texa.
So again, we're seeing that kind of wildcat formation where they snap directly back to the running back. Teska takes it up the middle, gains a hard 3 yards where it'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Blue Devils right at midfield.
And by the way, that text to send us to get a shout out, 412-720-1358. Daniels, 2-step drop.
Nice.
Hits a slant. Nice.
Okay. There we go.
Wow.
Nice catch by Munoz. Gets good yardage. Brought down at the, it's about the 27-yard line. Brought down by Pellis.
Nice,
1st and 10.
Nice ball by Joey Daniels. Great recognition, the one-on-one coverage. Hit Munoz on the slant. Munoz breaks a tackle. You see how strong he is as a runner. Nice yards after the catch. 1st down, Blue Devils at the 28-yard line. Threatening here in the first quarter.
Joey looking into the end zone. Beardsdorf, incomplete. Just over the outstretched arms. He did have a step on him. Nice throw, but just overthrown. Coverage was by Tyson Gregory for Hempfield.
Yeah, we've seen Michael with those long legs and long arms extend and make those catches at various levels of Mount Lebanon football. Almost connected there, Joey Daniels with the sophomore, number 27, Michael Beardsdorf.
Hempfield was stacking the box there. No safeties. Joey, really good decision to take a shot there.
Slot to the left, but hand
big
up
hole.
the middle. Plummer.
Big hole.
Nice. Takes it across the 30-yard line.
Good chunk.
Yeah, nice job by, again, number 75, Will Harvey. He drove his man 10 yards down the field. Nice job by the Mount Lebanon offensive line. Hempfield substituting in 2 new players as they'll bring 2 players out. Looks like Hempfield is sticking with 3 down linemen and 4 linebackers.
7
no,
yards
I'm sorry,
on the game.
they've now got 4 down linemen, Hempfield. Slight shift, 3 linebackers.
Plummer, 1st down. Misses a couple tackles. He's inside the 5-yard line. Nice run, Maurice Plummer.
Flag in the backfield, though. Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
Keep shooting himself in the foot.
Yep.
Ken Miller was on the tackle there for Hempfield along with Daniel Sirk.
It's on defense, it looks like.
Oh.
Looked like the Hempfield coaching staff has adjusted slightly, and they've brought in an extra defensive lineman to go with 4 down linemen. They started the game with 3. They'll take out 1 middle linebacker and just go with 1 middle linebacker, 2 outside linebackers as the Hempfield coaching staff adjusts to Mount Lebanon's play calling on the second drive of the first quarter.
Mount Lebanon adjusts right back, bringing in the big senior, Ben Strife, to provide more beef.
Oh, great. As you know, Ben's dad, Matt Strife, played football at Princeton.
Looks like we're going to have a direct snap here to Texa.
6 offensive linemen, wow.
And he's going to take it off the left side. He has room.
Wow.
And he's going to take it into the end zone
Nice
for a
job.
Mount Lebanon touchdown. Alex Texa, the junior.
Yeah, and Denny and Colin, let's compliment also the sophomore, number 27, Michael Beardsdorf. Very nice seal block on that play as well.
Right.
Alex
Absolutely.
read the block perfectly, could have gone inside, tucks it outside, and there he goes. Teska in for the touchdown with 1:39 remaining. It's Mount Lebanon 6, Hempfield 7, extra point pending.
Sorsdale on for the point after. Out of the hold of Cortland Peer. Kick is up and good with 1:39 remaining. First quarter. We are tied at 7.
Yeah, nice job by the specialist there. That's Jack Smith at long snapper, Cortland Peer, the holder, and Casey Sorsdale, the senior, banging it through. Ties the score for Mount Lebanon. That's 7-7 with 1:39 remaining. Mount Lebanon band strikes it up as they're sitting in the visitors section to the right of us, socially distanced. And
Mount Lebanon scoring drive, 8 plays, 75 yards, eating up only 2:34 off the clock. Nice drive.
Very nice drive from Mount Lebanon there. Got the passing game going, got the run game going, capitalized in the red zone.
Denny and Colin, I'll be back in a flash. I've got to do something at the end of the first quarter here to recognize the Blue Devil Club Youth Appreciation Award winners.
You go, Brian. We'll hold on to Ford here. Thus far, Joey Daniels, 3 of 5 for 36 yards on the night. Sorsdale teeing it up. Get ready to kick it away here. Back deep is 24, Mario Perkins, along with 23, Demetrius Murphy.
Good move.
Nice kick. Deep. It's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So 1:38 remaining in this opening quarter. Hempfield will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now, Denny, you explained to me the rule last week, but can you just explain to the audience again what is the rule of high school football kicking it in the end zone?
If a ball caught or hits the ground at all in the end zone, it's a touchback.
Okay.
Cannot bring a ball out of the end zone in high school football. Even if you caught it 1 yard deep, it's touchback. So here comes Hempfield. Zilli going to line him up in the backfield with him. He has Perkins. He has 44 as a tight end. That's Daniel Sirk to his left side. 3 wide receivers to the right. Low snap, but he handles it. Steps up. Nowhere to go.
There we go.
Going to get dragged down there. Looked like, yeah, number 68. That was Owen Halter on the stop for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, really good defense there from Mount Lebanon. Hempfield tried to get a couple pattern passes going. Mount Lebanon having none of that.
Loss of 1, 2nd down 11. Ball on the 19-yard line.
I don't know what's going on.
Kissel coming into the game late, but whistle's blowing now. Both games this week and last week, a little bit of sloppiness on the officiating part too. But like we said, there's been no preseason, no camp.
Yeah.
They
It's
jumped
tough.
right into it last week.
They have hard of enough job to do.
Right. Is this Caesar now at quarterback? But it was a direct snap to Perkins on the play.
Hempfield tried to fool Mount Lebanon with the counter play there. Matt Works, the junior, number 21, having none of that. Really physical player coming up and making tackle for the Blue Devils. 3rd down and 10 coming up for Hempfield.
Looks like 12 Zilli back in the game at quarterback. Perkins set to his left. 3 wide right again, 1 wide left. 3-step drop back, throws to his left to his running back. Nothing doing there for Perkins.
Yeah, good play by Tommy Boehner, another junior for this Mount Lebanon team. You know, sit back, make the tackle, forcing Hempfield to punt here.
We'll get out to the 22-yard line.
Mount Lebanon's going to have some pretty good field positioning here.
Yep, 4th down and 8. Heidenreich back at midfield.
Hempfield's just going to let this ball run down to the first quarter.
Yeah.
End of the first quarter here.
And that is going to do it for the first quarter. Our score, Mount Lebanon 7, Hempfield 7. And we have a special presentation that's going to go on in the left corner of the end zone. This evening, the Blue Devil Club is proud to honor the husband and wife duo, Carol and Jeff Iovino, as the 2020 recipients of the Blue Devil Club Youth Appreciation Award in recognition of their outstanding dedication and commitment to the youth of Mount Lebanon. Carol and Jeff have been generously supporting and encouraging student athletes in our community for over 2 decades now. Presenting this award to Jeff and Carol in the south end zone of the stadium are officers of the Blue Devil Club, Brian Walters, and Mount Lebanon Athletic Director John Grogan. Please join the Blue Devil Club in recognizing the Ivinos for this well-deserved honor. Congratulations, Carol and Jeff, and thank you for your support of Mount Lebanon student athletes. Next Friday night, we will be back in action at North Allegheny.
Should be a good test for Mount Lebanon.
Should be. Always is.
Yep. Mount Lebanon should get some pretty good field positioning here as Heidenreich's deep.
Zilli, the quarterback, also the punter.
Oh,
low snap, bounces in, picks it up nicely, though. Nice punt.
Great
He's going to
punt.
take it to his own 42-yard line.
He's got room to run. Yeah, great field position.
Nice.
Late flag.
That 19 yards on the return.
Late flag from the referee there. Don't know if this was a block in the back or clearly a late foul. Trying to sort this out here.
Pointing to Mount Lebanon. Illegal hands to the face or the head.
Against Hempfield. No illegal hit to the head. Hempfield coaches are not happy about that one.
Yeah, taking him back. That's a big one.
Really good field positioning now for Mount Lebanon. Wonder after a big penalty like that, Mount Lebanon will take a shot here.
1st and 10. Hempfield 23-yard line. Daniels rolls left, being chased. He's going to throw into the end zone. Has a man. Yes! Touchdown! Eli Heidenreich in the corner of the end zone.
Wow.
Comes down with it, and Colin, you called it. They took the shot on the first play. Money.
How about that play from Joey Daniels, rolling left the whole time. What a throw by the junior quarterback and Joey Daniels, and great catch by Eli Heidenreich for the Lebo strikes for 6.
Yeah, extraordinary pattern by the sophomore Eli Heidenreich, who came across the field. Joey tracked him the whole way, set up and threw on the run. You had Michael Beardsdorf running a curl underneath, helped clear out the defense some. Great ball by Joey Daniels.
Sorsdale for the point after. It's up and good. With 11:41 remaining, second quarter, Mount Lebanon 14, Hempfield 7.
Yeah, nice job by the special teams there again. Jack Smith, long snapper. Cortland Peer, the senior, got the ball down. Casey Sorsdale, the senior kicker, bangs it through, and that's 14-7 Mount Lebanon with 11:41 remaining in the second quarter. Mount Lebanon now pulls ahead of the Spartans of Hempfield, 14-7.
Here's the kind of drive you like. One play, 23 yards in 8 seconds.
All you need.
23-yard touchdown pass. Joey Daniels to Eli Heidenreich.
Again, a really great throw from Daniels there, rolling to the left, off balance, and puts a strike right where Heidenreich can go up and get it. Good catch by Eli there.
Yeah, very, very well done. And again, that's really kind of all three scoring plays in this game have been relatively quick. By scoring drive by the Spartans, and then second two scoring drives by the Blue Devils.
Like the call there, get a good favor of the penalty and take a shot right away. Paid off for them.
Yeah, penalty yards on the night. Hempfield already with 4 penalties for 40 yards. Lebo only 1 penalty for 15 yards.
Boy, and let's remember that one penalty negated a short kick by Mount Lebanon.
Right.
And then allowed Mount Lebanon to kick back deep. Great kickoff.
They'll take it at the 5. That's going to be Perkins.
Uh-oh.
Breaks through. One guy to beat. Sorsdale doesn't get him. But coming from behind to make the stop, number 13, Patrick Dunn.
Yeah, that's the senior Pat Dunn, tough as nails, comes through and makes the tackle. Otherwise, that would have been pay dirt for the Spartans. Boy, again, missed tackling by the Mount Lebanon special teams. A little bit frustrating on that.
50-yard return.
Wow.
Yeah, it's what you want if you're Hempfield. Get great field position. Wonder if they'll take a shot here now after the great field positioning.
First and 10 at Lebo, 45-yard line after that 50-yard return.
Wow.
Seems like every possession starts with confusion.
Yep.
I don't know why.
It's got to be something.
And the officials are involved in most of them.
Okay, Mount Lebanon makes a substitution. In on defense is number 55 for the Blue Devils. That's Joey Peters, the junior, 6'5", 225-pound outside linebacker and defensive end. His older brother was a 2-year starter and is now playing football at Washington University in St. Louis.
Oh, wow, didn't know that.
Yeah. Then his sister goes to Bucknell, I believe.
Zilly,
3-man rush by the
back.
Blue Devils. Plenty of time. Could have been holding right there.
Good pursuit.
Harvey coming up to make the stop, but not until he picks up about 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, very strong decision-making by the senior signal caller, Zilly, for Hempfield. Did not have anyone open downfield, just tucked it in. That's a nice gain on first down. Picks up 5 yards, where it'll be second down and 5 for the Spartans at the Mount Lebanon 40-yard line.
Zilly going empty set, 5 wide.
Blitz.
Quick.
Oh.
Gets popped. Who comes in?
Charlie Pellegrino.
Pellegrino.
My goodness.
Charlie came right over, I believe that was the B gap, untouched. Mount Lebanon walked a lot of people up to the line of scrimmage. The Spartans did not account for him. That's not the guy you don't want to account for. Charlie Pellegrino, nice play there. Working back into the game now is number 68, Owen Halter. Also in is number 45, sophomore Grayson D.
Back to the 47. So after the 5-yard gain, now they're looking at 3rd and 12.
Pat Dunn in as well, also at outside linebacker in coverage.
Zilly pump fakes.
Nice
now
job.
getting placed.
Got him, Owen.
Oh, yes.
Nice job.
Owen Halter along with Patrick Dunn finishing him off.
Yeah, that's the junior Halter showing a lot of speed there, and then Pat Dunn, tough as nails, coming up to the outside linebacker and finishing that play off. Nice job by the Blue Devil defense. That is a 3-and-out for Hempfield, correct?
Yeah, after the great field positioning, great motor from Halter on that play right there.
Yeah. Now we've got number 8, Eli Heidenreich, who scored the last Blue Devil touchdown back deep for the Blue Devils. He's the only one receiving deep.
Zilly to punt. Gets it away, low.
Oh, come up, Eli.
Catchable. Eli takes it at 26. He's going to get met immediately, though, but nice to come up and catch that ball, and who knows, if it bounces, you might lose another 15, 20 yards, so he did a very nice job. On the game now, Lebo with 4 sacks, totaling 21 yards.
Wow, nice job by Coach Kim Nitabala, defensive coordinator for the Blue Devils in his second year. 4 sacks already. Well done. Hey, checking in from the depths of Mount Lebanon is the Murdoch family again. This is 2 weeks in a row. Tim Murdoch's listening with his daughters, Reagan and Addie. I don't think their youngest daughter is listening, but we've also got Morgan Daniels, who is Joey Daniels' sister, Megan Kane, of course, the sister of Aiden Kane, all-state wide receiver, and Jenny Smith, whose siblings also play on the football team. So hello, Murdochs, Kanes, Daniels, Smiths. Welcome.
9:24.
Oh,
Good run.
Go!
Wow, nice job.
That's Texa.
That's Texa.
Jesus. Sorry.
Takes it to the house. 75-yard touchdown run by Alex Texa. Wow.
He showcased his speed right there, didn't he?
I'll tell you what, he just ran away from the Spartan defenders off the right tackle, found the hole, got up into it quickly, and then ran to pay dirt. Nice job by Alex there, showing his burst of speed.
Yeah, once he crossed midfield, he was gone.
After a slow start offensively, Mount Lebanon 3 possessions, 3 scores, 21 unanswered. 20, and now 21. 21 unanswered points for the Blue Devils here.
Sorsdale at the point after. Our score with 9:14 remaining in the first half. Mount Lebanon 21, Hempfield 7. That was another one-play, 11-second drive. Alex Texa,
How about that?
75-yard run.
Wow, Alex, junior, number 5, 6 foot, 195 pounds. You saw his versatility and speed on display already in this game there. Long touchdown run for Teska.
They got to be doing something right, because one play on back-to-back possessions for scores for the Blue Devils.
Folks, I am completely bombarded with texts here, so I think we're going to have to wait till halftime to give all you folks a shout out. But just love the response, love that we have this much of a viewing audience. We'll get to you at halftime. So Sorsdale will kick off right to left.
Denny, we're seeing on display a quick strike offense by the Blue Devils. That's 2 plays in a row where the scoring drives have been all of 1 play each. Daniels to Heidenreich, and then Teska on the long touchdown run.
Another good kick.
Nice job, Casey. Let's cover this.
Another good return.
That's Murphy. Nice run out to midfield. Kickoff team giving up way too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice
that's just a simple issue of holding containment and staying in your lanes there.
Yeah.
Hempfield just blocked that up, created a wall. Nice job by the Spartans kick return team. That's 2 excellent kickoffs in a row. Also tuning in and watching from the depths of Mount Lebanon, that's Dale Cable, one of Mount Lebanon's great alumni, tuning in with his family and watching the broadcast. Good evening, Cable family. Of course, Dale's youngest daughter was a great basketball player. Well, they were all very good athletes, but of course Madison played at University of Notre Dame and played in multiple national championship games.
Nice.
I believe she was the leading three-point shooter in Notre Dame history.
Correct.
Perkins, nothing doing there for the Spartans.
Back-to-back plays by Owen Halter. He had a sack last drive to finish that drive. Now on this play comes across the line of scrimmage down the field and makes a big tackle. Also assisted on that play by number 14, Trevor Barrett. Mount Lebanon's defense tightening up.
Made a switch at quarterback. Now Jake Phillips in there, number 11.
You're seeing Phillips, the sophomore, in. This is not totally unexpected. We understand the Spartans do work in the sophomore quarterback. He throws into the flat.
That's Perkins. Nowhere to go. Swarming Blue Devils. He's going to lose yards on the play.
It's a great play by Mount Lebanon, and like we said earlier, all 11 defenders coming in on that tackle to get Anderson down.
Yeah, Eli originally in on that play. Heidenreich broke down, made the initial tackle, and stayed with him the entire time. Then a swarm of Blue Devil defenders finished him off.
3rd and long.
3 wide right. Looks. He's going to run it. Nowhere to go.
Yes.
Sacked on the play. That's going to be number 42 coming up there. Ryan Martin on the sack.
Yeah, again, another heavy hitter for the Blue Devils. That's the senior number 42, Ryan Martin, in on the sack. That is the 5th sack of the game for the Blue Devils defense, and already there's only still 7:38 left in this second quarter. Ryan Martin, the senior number 42, in on the sack.
Zilli punting from his own 43. Heidenreich back deep.
Oh, bad
Ponce is in another one.
He's had 2 of those, I think.
And got them both away nicely.
Yeah.
Fair catch called by Heidenreich, and Mount Lebanon will take over at their own 26-yard line.
Yeah, you're seeing the athleticism of Zilli, the quarterback there, not easily fielding a bouncing ball punt. Got the punt off. Nice punt for Hempfield, and Mount Lebanon will take over at the 25 with 7:20 remaining. It's the Blue Devils 21, Hempfield Spartans 7.
Here, I'm going to try to squeeze some of these texts in here.
Fire away, Denny.
All right, Sarah Tabak for the Blue Devils. We have a shout-out to Aiden Anderson, Will Hartung, and Aiden Dawson. Your biggest fans. Jacob Munoz's grandparents, Mary and Rick Swenson from Yuma, Arizona. Love to have you tuned in. 1st and 10, Mount Lebanon, ball on their own 26-yard line. Daniels is going to roll left. Doesn't have anywhere to throw to, and he's going to go down. He's going to be sacked on the play. That was 2 Geno Caesar on the stop.
Nice job by the Hempfield defense on that play.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go with the ball and tried to make something out of nothing, but finally got dragged down for a loss of 3. It'll be 2nd down, 13, ball at the Lebo 23.
Joey Daniels in this shotgun kind of pistol formation. At tight ends, you've got Grayson D and Charlie Pellegrino at H-back.
Oh, good run.
Man.
Alex again. Go Alex!
Man, he's fast.
Oh, just got pushed down from behind. He's across midfield.
Wow.
Catching up there at the last minute was Daniel Sark. Nice run.
Very nice run by Alex Teska. Again, I thought he was going to take that to pay dirt, but also I want to call out the tight end on that play, number 45, Grayson D, the sophomore. Excellent block at the point of attack, really the critical block that kind of sprung Alex on that run. Nice job by 45, Grayson D, the sophomore. Also nice job by Charlie Pellegrino in the H-back position.
Ball at the 45-yard line of the Spartans. Plummer takes the handoff off the right side. Good run.
Nice job, man.
1st on yards.
Mount Lebanon really starting to wear this Hempfield team out on defense, just pounding the ball left and right.
Yeah, well, certainly the Mount Lebanon offense looks a lot more dynamic when they're able to run the ball and start to push that Hempfield defensive line around a little bit. More options open up to Coach Spieler as the offensive coordinator. Oh, nice, Joey.
Go.
Joey taking it out of the right side.
Wow.
He'll get knocked out of bounds there by Tyson Gregory, but another nice gainer for Lebo.
Yeah, and there's the issue of a 2-year starter quarterback. Although Joey Daniels is only a junior, he started as a sophomore. Good decision making right there. He wanted to throw the ball to Eli. That flat was well covered by the Spartans of Hempfield. They sniffed that play out. He then reversed field and made a very nice 9-yard pickup. Excuse me, no, they're going to give him a 1st down, so 10 yards by Daniels on that play. Well done, Joey.
1st and 10 at Spartan 24-yard line. Handoff, Plummer. More
pounding.
good yards. Another 1st down.
Go back to their bread
Just
and
getting-
butter. Keep pounding the football.
Chunk plays on the ground right now.
Yeah, let's talk about that Mount Lebanon offensive line, again led by senior co-captain Colin Plesko, number 51, doing a great job up front. Is also Owen Halter, Cooper Austin, Will Harvey, and the sophomore, number 77, Big Cade Capristo. Anchoring that right side of the offensive line.
1st and 10, ball on the 14. 2 men in motion, but they get set. And Daniels is going to hand off to Plummer again. Slippery runner. He's going to get about 4 on that one.
Yeah, I mean, Mount Lebanon is getting hat on hat and starting to control the line of scrimmage, pushing the Spartans back. A lot of room for Mount Lebanon's runners to make positive yardage here.
Demetrius Murphy on the stop for the Spartans. It'll be a pickup of 3 to the 11, so call it 2nd down 7.
Mount Lebanon has a number of tailbacks they've showcased tonight. Plummer, now Boehner, and of course Texa with that long TD run.
Yeah, good call, Colin. Quite a few weapons of the Mount Lebanon Blue Devil offense. But
Boehner.
big hole again.
Big holes.
Yeah, again, I don't think we can say enough about the job Charlie Pellegrino, number 34, is doing blocking. Every time I see him, Mount Lebanon's running towards him and cutting off big yardage.
Yep. All the grit work.
Yeah.
Ken Miller on the stop for the Spartans.
So look, if you're the Spartans, 4:25 remaining in the second quarter, it's 21-7. You've got to come up with a stop here for Hempfield.
3rd down 1. Joey's going to roll right.
Oh, he's
got him
wide open. Nice.
Touchdown! Right in the corner of the end zone to Jacob Munoz.
Very well designed play. Joey Daniels rolls right, takes plenty of time. Jacob Munoz open in the right flat of the end zone. Joey Daniels' second touchdown pass of the game. That's at 4:08 left of the second quarter, and Mount Lebanon now ahead 27-7 over the Spartans. Extra point pending by the senior, Casey Sorsdale.
Soft coverage all around from Hempfield, giving him about a 10-yard cushion. And down in the red zone, you cannot do that because this Mount Lebanon team will make you pay.
Sorsdale's kick is up and good. 4:08 remaining first half. Mount Lebanon cruising now 28-7 over the Hempfield Spartans.
Excellent. Also checking in with us was Thomas Donati and the Donati family.
All right,
Donati, of course, leads the Mount Lebanon swim team. Great success both in the Whitfield and the stage. So many incredible swimmers at Mount Lebanon. Thank you, Tom and family, for tuning in.
Hey, and a shout out goes to Laura Moeller. Good friend Laura. Her son Pimo is one of my son's best friends, and great to hear from her. And she's also shouting out Norm Fayette to us, father of Jack Fayette, great player from the 2012 team. That Mount Lebanon scoring drive, 7 plays, 74 yards, 3 minutes, 17 seconds.
Really pounding the football there on that drive.
Boy, they did, Colin. I mean,
running
really
right down their throats.
Controlled the line of scrimmage with the big guys up front. We've talked a lot about the senior co-captain, Colin Plesko, at center. Also, great job by Will Harvey, Owen Halter, Cooper Austin, and the sophomore, Cade Capristo.
We have a shout out to send to the Harveys, but we're going to need a long time out to get all these names in.
Yeah, that is long.
Kicks away. Taken at the 5. This time, number 10
There
returning. That's Jaden Talbert. Stop made by number 49, Rocky Fennell.
Boy, Denny, earlier you talked about Zilli for the Spartans starting the game 3 for free. Now, as we head to midway through the second quarter, we've got Joey Daniels, the Mount Lebanon sophomore junior signal caller, 5 for 7 for 65 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Joey Daniels on fire to start this game.
Good stuff. And would like to thank Keith Sala, our statistician here tonight, providing these numbers for you, make the broadcast more exciting. And we also have Jack Kazora, our star spotter here, identifying tacklers.
Nice pass.
Complete.
Oh.
That was Pellis.
Yeah.
Brought down by Heidenreich, but it'll be enough for a Hempfield first down.
Very nice pass by Zilli. Found the player open in the far left flat. Connects, first down. 3:49 remaining in this second quarter. Hempfield trailing Mount Lebanon by 21, but on the move here.
1st and 10, ball in their own 33. 3 wide right. He's going to look to the back, coming out of the backfield. That's going to be Perkins.
Yeah, nice.
Looks like Boehner was in there along with Heidenreich.
Yeah, Heidenreich, and then also number 34, we've called his name a lot all right tonight, Charlie Pellegrino.
Put the 41-yard line, 2nd and 2.
Oh, could have moved, yeah.
Flag before the snap, false start, Hempfield.
That was the right guard, unfortunately, for the Spartans. Denny, you mentioned our statistician, Keith Sala. Coach Sala's got a big game tomorrow night with Mount Lebanon youth football squaring off against another Mount Lebanon team coached by the legend Lou Petrogallo, who was, played for the legendary Jim Render at Upper St. Clair High School. But that's kickoff tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at Mount Lebanon Stadium for Coach Sala.
What grade is that?
That's 5th and 6th grade.
Okay.
Oh, go great.
Zilli finds him across the middle. Perkins is going to be close to first down yardage.
Boy, Spartans did a nice job of setting that screen up. Let the Mount Lebanon down linemen come in. All 3 of them were in pursuit of Zilli. Then he drops it off to the running back there.
Seemed like you have to go for it here.
3rd and 1.
Yep.
Keeper Zilli will get there.
Yeah.
Look like Tom Brady there.
It seems like everybody successfully runs the quarterback sweep except the quarterback sneak except the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah.
Well,
we can't figure that one out.
Well, the Steelers, they've said it before. They don't like Ben running it, but I guess.
Yeah, clearly. But that's a big first down for Hempfield. Back-to-back first downs for the Spartans as they start this drive, trying to move into Mount Lebanon territory.
From their 44, Zilli throws, complete to Pellis.
Yeah.
First down. He's going to get close to the Mount Lebanon 40, and they're going to move the chains. 2:06 remaining in the half now.
Denny and Colin, the one thing that's clear to me about the Spartans offense, if you give Zilli time, he is going to find receivers open. He has done that already this first half. Mount Lebanon, of course, has pressured Zilli quite a bit, but when he's had time, he's looked very good back in that pocket.
Zilli fakes to Perkins. He'll keep.
Oh, wow.
Good run.
Breaks a few tackles. Finally brought down by Pellegrino.
Like what you were saying, Mr. Walters, not a lot you could do when Mount Lebanon already has 5 sacks in the first half.
Right, Colin.
Just has to let those routes develop, but when you give him time, yeah, he can pick you apart.
That was a nice quarterback draw there. I think he was running that the whole way. Design interior draw by the quarterback there. Nice play call by the Spartans. Another first down.
Timeout, Mount Lebanon.
All right, while we have this timeout, let me rattle off all the Harveys that are watching this game. This is a great one. Shout out to William Harvey's whole clan. Thomas Harvey, Mary Harvey, James Harvey, Teresa Silva, Peter Harvey, Patricia Harvey, Kathleen Harvey, John Harvey, and David Harvey. In-laws, Allie Garrity, Jamie Silva. Hey, Jamie, how you doing, buddy? Clement Choi, Jordan McMichael, nieces and nephews, Ava Silva, Isla Silva, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Ronan Silva, Maeve Silva, Tegan Silva, Lachlan Harvey, Marnie Harvey, Simone Harvey, Adelaide McMichael, E. McMichael, Anya McMichael, and Bridget Choi. Hope I got all that. Very interesting.
Now, Denny, we had said earlier this junior Joe Daniels on fire for Mount Lebanon, 5 for 7 for 65 yards. Hold on. Zilli, number 12, the senior signal caller for Hempfield, 8 for 8, 139 yards, 1 touchdown. Wow.
Perfect night.
You give him time, he can.
Yeah, that's quite a half by Mr. Zilli for the Spartans.
158.3 passer rating.
Wow, I don't even know how you
Cummins Smith. Incomplete.
You jinxed that. You jinxed that.
And, of course, the curse, almost as if it was on cue, he throws his first incompletion of the game after I said 8 for 8.
Yeah, Jack Smith was coming hard. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. Nobody open, incomplete. Second down 10, ball at the 31-yard line. 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining, first half.
Yeah, nice play by the versatile junior, number 7, Jack Smith, on the blitz, the prior play.
3 wide left, 1 wide right, 1 setback.
Mount Lebanon rushes 3.
Goes over the middle, crossing pattern, Perkins, and he drops it. We got a flag in the backfield. I don't know.
Roughing
we have a roughing the pass?
They are. They're going to call personal foul on Cooper Austin. That's the junior co-captain for the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils. He's playing a great game on both the offensive and defensive side of the ball. Just a bit over aggressive, right in front of the referee. You know they're going to call that pretty much every time. I'll tell you what. There's been some big yardage penalties in this game as well for both teams.
Really turn of events. We saw that on the touchdown where Daniels threw it, rolled out left to Heidenreich. They had a chop block on the play before that, which got them in the red zone, and Daniels capitalizing on that.
He's going to bring it all the way down to the 16, 1st and 10, 1:24 remaining. Zilli has 2 wide right, 2 wide left. Perkins in the backfield with him. Whistles.
False start.
False start, Spartans.
You know, the one thing, you're going to see false starts a lot at high school football where you see teams not running the no-huddle offense. I know in years past it plagued Mount Lebanon's offense, in prior years. And, again, you see the Hempfield team trying to get those signals. People get antsy, particularly the outside receivers.
1st and 15, ball now in the 21. Zilli looks left. He's going to go deep to the corner of the end zone. Good coverage by Heidenreich out there. really didn't have a chance. It was intended for Daniel Sirk, but Heidenreich had the inside coverage on him the entire way.
And Mount Lebanon blitzed 2 linebackers. They blitzed the outside linebackers, Tommy Boehner, and they also blitzed Ryan Martin, so brought 5 with pressure that time all over Zilli. He knew where he wanted to go. He had one-on-one coverage,
but
that's
quickly.
Right. You see Eli Heidenreich, who's now playing safety, but last year was an honorable mention all-conference cornerback for the Blue Devils, so he's quite capable of handling one-on-one coverage deep.
Second down, 15, 1:19 remaining, second quarter. Ball on the 21-yard line. Deploy 3 wide to the left, 1 wide right. Zilli's going to pump fake, and he's going to look to the corner of the end zone, has a man. Touchdown.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
How about that play? The fake RPO. Little wheel
It was a
out.
great fake by Zilli. He was wide.
He sold that well.
He was wide open, but was that Alex who came over and almost?
Eli made a heck of a play.
Yeah, it was
He
wide
noticed
open and
that.
came back to the ball. I actually thought for a second that it was going to be picked off.
Yeah.
Wasn't. Great job by the Spartan wide receiver to hold on to it.
Good catch, too.
Battled it at the in the end zone for the touchdown.
I had Nair Murray. Is that who had the touchdown?
I'm pretty sure.
16.
Oh,
blocked.
Wow.
Extra point attempt by Ben Kissel was blocked. And our spotter, Jack Azora, tells us that he thinks Joey Peters is the one that got the hand on the ball.
Well, Joey Peters, that's 6'5" Joey Peters, but I think Joey Peters could have been 5'5" on that play and blocked that field goal. It was a low kick.
Yeah.
But nice job by Joey Peters, the junior.
So 1:12 now remaining in the half. Mount Lebanon 28, Hempfield 13. The Hempfield scoring drive, nice sustained drive, 8 plays, 82 yards, 2 minutes, 50 seconds.
Yeah, if you're Mount Lebanon and you're looking at it from the defensive side of the ball, you have got to put pressure on Zilli. If he has time back there, he has shown that he can throw the ball and connect pretty effectively with those Spartan wide receivers. Nice job by the Spartan offense. 28-13, so Mount Lebanon has a 15-point lead, 1:12 left. And look, we're going to take nothing for granted this week, Denny.
After last week?
Right,
Yeah.
after a 17-point lead last week where I thought we had the game under control, we did not. So, again, like to see Mount Lebanon try to get points with 1:12 left in this second quarter.
And they have a very capable kicker in Sorsdale.
Oh, great point, Colin. They
So
do.
if they want to get 3, but obviously go for the touchdown. Only 1 timeout, though.
Squib kick.
Tommy Boehner. Oh, there's a seal.
Get hole.
Boehner coming to
Good
court
return.
midfield. Nice run. Finally brought down by Roman Pellis, but not after about a 30-yard return. So 105. Gave himself good field position here for the close of the quarter.
Yeah, nice
Close of
return.
the half.
Nice return on that play by Boehner. Also, nice block by number 49. That's sophomore Rocky Fennell on the block on the kick return. Mount Lebanon offense will come back out, and Joey Daniels has had a really nice game. Only 2 incompletions and 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's the junior signal caller co-captain for the Blue Devils. And 1:05 left. Mount Lebanon has 1 timeout remaining.
4 wide, 2 to each side. Daniels looks right.
Get out of
complete
bounds.
to Munoz.
Attaboy.
Does get out of bounds. 1 minute exactly remaining on the clock now in the half. Just shy of a first down. Looks like it's going to be second and about 1.
Boy, Jacob Munoz, 6 foot, 205 pounds, very physical wide receiver. Has both speed and the physicality as well.
Good route.
I have to ask you, I don't recall him from last year. Did he not get in, or was he didn't transfer or anything?
No, he's been in the program.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely, Jacob's been in the program.
Okay. Good to see him getting good playing time this year. He earned it. Daniels
Joey.
There he is
complete.
again.
Getting out of bounds quickly was Munoz.
Yeah. First down for the Blue Devils. They'll be at the Spartan 39.
Hurrying
And
up quickly.
Clock should be stopped because they were moving the chains, right? Why is the clock running?
Yeah.
Whether he got out of bounds or not, the clock should have stopped. That was a first down.
Absolutely. No.
Boy, we lost.
Mistake.
We lost about
Good
8
job.
seconds on that.
Good run, Joey.
Nice job.
Get out of
Joey.
bounds. Yes. He'll get at least 6 on the play.
Well, there you go. There you see Joey Daniels, the junior's versatility as he didn't see anything open, quickly gets downfield and gets out of bounds, picks up a nice, let's call it 6 yards, second down and 4 for the Blue Devils at the Spartan 34-yard line.
Hempfield finally recognizing the hitch route from Munoz, put a linebacker on it. Joey notices that, runs the ball, gets out of bounds for 6 yards.
Joey looking right again.
Got him wide
open.
open.
Open. Heidenreich. Get in there.
Yes.
Touchdown.
Wow.
Eli Heidenreich. Nice catch. Makes a great cutback on the run. Takes it in easily into the end zone for a touchdown right before the half.
Wow.
Boy, we've seen that connection last week, Daniels to Heidenreich. We see it again this week for the second time today. Joey Daniels, the junior, finds the junior Eli Heidenreich down the right sideline for a touchdown, and Mount Lebanon swells the lead to 34-13, extra point pending by the senior Corey Sorsdale.
Those two have some connection, let me tell you.
Kick is up and good. 30 seconds remain, first half. Lebo, 35. Hempfield, 13.
Did not realize we were going to have a shootout this week. 35 points with still 30 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Nice job by Coach Spieler in that offense, making adjustments this week, starting to open it up. Of course, it all starts up front with that big offensive line, kind of controlling the line of scrimmage. Daniels had a lot of time back there. And of course, the running game's done well to loosen things up. Nice job on that drive by the junior.
I think Joey really showed a lot of poise on that drive. 4 plays, 58 yards, and they ate it up in 35 seconds. But he made some nice decisions, nice rollout, good speed. Good job, Joey.
Yeah, nice job by Joey Daniels, and nice job by Coach Spieler, the first-year signal or offensive coordinator for the Blue Devils, dialing up all sorts of different plays and using a variety of Mount Lebanon weapons offensively as well.
Joey Daniels here in the first half, 8 of 10, 117 yards passing, 3 touchdown passes.
Wow, great first half by Joey. All right, now let's see this kick coverage team return a kick and pin them deep. Casey's done a nice job of kicking off tonight. Again, another excellent kick. That'll be fielded at the 5 by Hempfield.
There we go.
Oh, nice job.
Demetrius Murphy.
Pat Dunn.
Yeah.
Brought down by Pat Dunn.
Well, I think that's Pat Dunn's third tackle tonight. That's the senior, number 13, Pat Dunn. Of course, his dad also played for Upper St. Clair. Coach Render, when I think Upper St. Clair was AAA that time and played Aliquippa in some big games. But Pat's dad was a great running back for the Panthers of Upper St. Clair.
Huh. All right. Ball at 17-yard line, first and 10, 24 seconds remaining.
Looks like they'll just take a kneel.
Yeah, because he's been shotgun most of the night, and he just went under center there, took a knee. And they're going to let the clock run out here for the first half.
Great first half for Mount Lebanon.
Wow, super entertaining. Yeah, this was we talked about the Blue Devils needed to bounce back. We saw a lot of improvement in different areas of the both offense and defense for the Blue Devils. I guess defensively what stood out to me was the pass rush of the Blue Devils. 5 sacks in the first half by the Blue Devils. And, of course, offensively, the story, Joey Daniels, 3 touchdown passes, no interceptions. Really looks comfortable back there slinging it.
Hempfield's going to have to make some halftime adjustments here.
They are. The Spartans head to the locker room first. They're heading to the far locker room. Blue Devils patiently wait. They'll head under the tunnel and talk to Coach Palco. That's 35-13, Mount Lebanon over the Spartans of Hempfield. And we've got halftime right now. It looks like the senior band parents, perhaps, are coming out, as well as the band themselves. So, and I think the band is still going to play as well, but I think we're going to do senior rec for the senior band parents too.
So we're going to step aside for a few minutes here and let you enjoy the band. And I'd like to also thank our crew up here. We have Samantha Osborne on the switchboard. We have Brett Hamill with a camera, and we have Harrison Piddle also on a sideline camera. So let's enjoy some of their camera work with the Mount Lebanon High School band here. And we'll be back before the beginning of the second half with some stats and some more shout-outs.
Yeah, and just to call out the Mount Lebanon band, great job. They work so hard in this off season. Very happy that they're getting this opportunity to play for the fans, both who are in attendance and live right now on the Lebo Sports Network.
check.
Is that good?
Middle check.
I just plugged it in. Oh, I think we're good. Yeah.
All right, we're good.
Did he say switch out?
No.
Change the battery.
So Pitt should be a good game tomorrow.
They sure have good defense. Best I've seen.
It was the sound that changed America.
Seems like
Motown
Pickett
made its
in there
mark,
forever.
not just on the music industry, but society.
He had a good year so far.
With a sound that had become one of the most significant musical accomplishments and sonic success stories
I was talking
of
to
the
Denny
20th century.
and if they want
Diana
to win
Ross and the
conference, they have
Supremes,
to win games
Smokey
like this.
Robinson and the
Because if
Miracles,
they lose at Florida
Stevie
State on the
Wonder,
road,
the
Notre
Temptations,
Dame,
Art
Clemson, all
Blakey and
those
the
things.
Vandellas, the Four Tops and the Jackson
Those are key
5.
games.
Their music communicated and brought together a racially divided country and segregated society around the world, touching all people of all ages and races. No other record company in history has exerted such an enormous influence on both the style and substance of popular music and culture, with more than 180 #1 hit songs worldwide and counting. We hope you enjoy the music of Motown.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you're hacking the system.
No, they got us to
Oh, really? NFL's done a good job.
You know what the best is in every game? They're yeah, they're just in the middle of nowhere. No one can come in.
Now, is that what they're doing right now?
Yeah. No, they have because there's like only 14 left.
Everybody's 3-1.
There's families are starting to come in now.
Oh, are they?
But they're getting tested, and they've had like 0 positive tests for like the past month or so, ever since the playoffs started.
Hockey's done a good job, too.
Yeah, they have.
I was at the beach last week, and I ran into Jason Rink.
Oh, really? Yeah.
They mentioned your name.
Yeah, we're good. Family
I
friends
forget
with
who
them.
who are the two boys?
Brett and Jake.
But Brett's younger.
Brett's older. Brett's
Okay,
at
Jake,
Tech. Right?
Jake was there with another guy who was, I think, a guard on the basketball team.
Okay.
Do you know who that might be?
Maybe Evan Sandner.
That's it.
Yeah. What beach were you at?
We were Stone Harbor.
Oh, yeah, that's
We were
right.
actually in Avalon.
Yeah, that's where we go.
It was nice. We were sitting in a bar by ourselves. Hey, if you could mention.
So Avalon was pretty good.
Yeah, a little bit.
Wow.
I don't know, it's just so small.
That was a change.
Dude, you're shivering. Yeah, it was like 45 degrees, and you had on a shirt,
Hey,
a
Kenny.
swimsuit shirt.
If you haven't already, would you be able to give a shout out to Judy and her mom? They're watching.
They're in here.
Okay. She asked me. Gene Oxenrider, 92 years old. His nephews, Kevin Oxenrider and Mikey Pearson. Judy's mom, 92 years old, watching the game.
Cheddar. Dude, I'm about 3. Wait, I think I still
Give one to someone.
Yeah, Marco.
Yeah, I meant to get it in there, Ron and Amy. Denny, can you let me clarify? The JV game is at Hempfield. That was a misprint. It's not a camera.
Okay, you want to say it?
I'll say it.
Very nice job by the Mount Lebanon band. We'll be right back on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Wow, great job by the Blue Devil band right there.
Absolutely.
Some songs from the Big Chill soundtrack. Now, that's a little bit before your time, Colin.
A little bit.
Nice job by the band.
Drum captain is Hempfield. Ensemble captain is Katie Mena. Color guard captains are Jillian Rosenthal, Josie Doherty, Lily Cheskowitz, and Anna Hansen. Woodroom captain is Cody Myers. Brass captain is Sam Petras. Soloists are Sam Petras, Lydia Slater, Connor Stoner, and Natalie Wood. Section leaders are Madeline Jurina, Annie Rivers, Julian Dunn, Molly Doherty.
So we talk a lot about how hard this band works. On the field right now is one of the flag girls from Mount Lebanon Band. She may be having a seizure of some sort. So however it is you choose to pray or ask for help, I'd ask that you do that right now as the Mount Lebanon EMT is out there on the field with her, helping her right now.
Wow. Scary moment.
Absolutely. Oh, my.
Dr. Ron Davis, Mr. Joe Johnson, Mr. John Rogan, Mr. Andrew Turpin, custodian and staff.
I see the Mount Lebanon trainers out there with her and the EMTs as well.
Wow.
Your dedication to our students and community is appreciated more than you know. Most importantly, we would like to thank all the members of the band, football team, and cheerleaders. Thank you for having the strength and determination to show up for work every day.
Again, great job by the Mount Lebanon band. Excellent sound.
Absolutely.
Excellent choice of selection. And we're hoping this Mount Lebanon band member is okay as well as they take her off the field on a stretcher. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. Yeah, let's give her a clap. All right, we've got out-of-town scores coming in. The 6A scoreboard. We've got North Allegheny 21, Central Catholic 7. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. That's NA up over Central Catholic 21-7.
Wow.
Yeah. We've got 1:51 remaining here in the halftime. Mount Lebanon 35, Hempfield 13. Both teams are now out on the field stretching. Also, this is important. Correction for tomorrow's game. There was a misstatement made, and this is important to the JV parents from both Mount Lebanon and Hempfield. We incorrectly stated that the Mount Lebanon Hempfield JV game will be played at a neutral site, Cannon McMillan. That is incorrect. The game is played tomorrow at Hempfield. So Mount Lebanon parents and Hempfield parents, tomorrow's JV game is at Hempfield. Normal kickoff. But, yeah, please do not go out to Cannon Mac. You're going to be seeing the Cannon Mac JV team playing somebody there tomorrow.
All right, hey, I'd like to come back with some halftime stats. First, for some team stats, Mount Lebanon passed for 117 yards, rushed for 208, for a grand total of 325 yards first half. Very strong. Hempfield threw the ball for 160 yards, rushed it for only 24 for a total of 184. Penalty yardage. Mount Lebanon had 2 penalties for 30 yards. Hempfield 6 penalties for 50 yards. Sacks, Mount Lebanon had 5 sacks on the night, sacking Hempfield for 24 yards. Hempfield only 2 sacks for 14 yards. Leading rusher for Mount Lebanon, Alex Texa, 6 carries for 127 yards and a touchdown. For Hempfield, it was number 24, the running back, Perkins, with 6 carries, 13 yards. Leading receivers, Mount Lebanon, Eli Heidenreich, 2 catches, 56 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And number 2, Munoz, 4 catches, 47 yards, 1 touchdown. For Hempfield, it was Roman Pellis, 3 catches, 86 yards, and he had their touchdown. Leading passers, Joey Daniels, 8 of 10, 117 yards, 3 touchdowns. Very good half. Hempfield, Zilly, number 12, 9 for 11, 160 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, well, quite a display by both quarterbacks for Mount Lebanon and Hempfield. Very strong in the passing game, the Blue Devils and the Spartans. What I guess stands out to me about those first half stats is the 325 total yards of offense for Mount Lebanon. Big turnaround. And of those 325, as great as Joey Daniels is playing with 170 yards in the air, that's 208 yards on the ground in one half by Mount Lebanon. You've got to credit, of course, Teska, the running back, but also let's give a big shout out to that offensive line up front for the Blue Devils, doing a great job clearing a path.
And folks, I promised some of the shout outs at halftime, but we ran out of time here with stats that are kicking off, but I will squeeze every one of these in between plays here at some point.
Ryan Martin takes the kickoff and
Nice
runs
run.
up. Nice
Good
job,
run.
Ryan.
Good run. I'll fire up the troops.
Short kick, but he took it at least
Flag,
25 yards beyond the 50-yard line.
And again, that's the senior, number 42, Ryan Martin, who's made his presence felt already in this game, both in special teams and on defense. Takes the opening kickoff of the second half and returns it all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent return by Martin, the senior.
All right, I'm going to run through some of our viewers here. We got Gabe Carlucci from Aunt Robin in Connecticut. A shout out to Tim Murdoch. Jacob Munoz, his auntie in Yuma, Arizona, says hello. Then we have Jeannie Oxenrider watching, her 2 grandsons, receiver Mike Beardsdorf and drummer in the band Kevin Oxenrider. And Aunt Judy's also watching as well. Ian Costello from Aunt Jane and Uncle Ernie. We got Mike Steinberg watching. We got Matt Passacrita watching up in Milwaukee. How you doing, Matt? And Grace Ammons says, go Spartans. So we have Hempfield people here too. Texa tries to break it outside, and he finally does. He'll get 5 on the play, up to around the 40-yard line, where it's going to be 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, again, nice start to Mount Lebanon as, again, they go back to the running game, head right, get some nice blocks. It looked like Colin Plesko, the senior, was out there helping lead the way from center.
And he got a shout-out, Furio Fidel and Colin Plesko, but the person did not identify themselves, but just said good luck to them.
Furio Fidel, co-captain for the Blue Devils, a senior.
Parker Gebbin.
Jack Smith in at quarterback.
Jack Smith. Good hard run.
Nice run by Jack.
First down. He'll get about 6 on the play. And we have a shout out from Celicia Smith. Could it be a relative? Who knows?
So you saw Jack Smith on that play take it right up the middle. The Blue Devils started the game with Smith at quarterback, taking the direct snap and a designed run right between the tackles. Smith does it again. This time picks up the first down for the Blue Devils, where it's 1st down and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Smith, a hard guy to tackle as well.
Yeah, big body.
4 backs in the backfield. Joey hands it off to Plummer. Gets to midfield, a little more. Good little run, probably 4 to 5 yards, all on his own.
Yeah, solid 5 yards, all on his own, except that, again, the senior, number 42, Ryan Martin, set up at running back. Killer block at the point of attack there. Banged into the Hempfield linebacker.
Ethan Manley on the stop for Hempfield. 2nd down and 4. And it looks like they jumped across the neutral zone, and looks like Mount Lebanon's going to get a 1st down out of this.
Hempfield dug themselves a hole in the first half, but you got to think if they want to get back in this game, they need to get a stop here as Blue Devils take it over the 50-yard line in Hempfield area.
And a couple more shout-outs real quick. Uncle D and Aunt Vicky from St. John, Indiana are watching. And Gino Brazili. There goes Plummer around the left side. Breaks a tackle. Then the second guy in drags him down. That's Demetrius Murphy.
Yeah, nice job by Mo finding the corner, heading to the left. Very solid tackle by number
23.
We're going to get a hold, though.
Yeah.
We're going to get a hold.
That was Demetrius Murphy for the Spartans.
Hold on Mount Lebanon.
And again, no shortage of penalties this game either.
Absolutely.
We saw it last game and again this game. Got to clean that up.
I know.
Guess not totally surprising. This is only the 2nd time Blue Devils have been in live competition.
Back to their own 49-yard line now. 1st and 18.
Pellegrino in motion.
Joey, 3-step drop back, has time, looks, gets his receiver, and that's
there he goes.
Takes a nice move, makes a nice cut back. He will go.
Wow.
51 yards for the Mount Lebanon touchdown.
Boy, I mean, we talked last year about Evan Jones kind of doing it all. Boy, Alex Teska looking that way as well. Standout on defense. He runs for a touchdown. This time he catches a slant. Great ball by Joey Daniels. And then Teska, yards after the catch, makes about 3 people miss. Boy, great start for the second half for the Blue Devils. Come out of the locker room and stick one right in the end zone. Great job by this junior, Alex Teska. Again, Joey Daniels' 4th touchdown pass of the game with 9:29 remaining in this third quarter.
Sorsdale's kick is good.
Mount Lebanon
Perfect on the night.
Mount Lebanon starting to find their groove here in the second game of the season. Obviously some boo-boos with the penalties, but finding their offensive groove, and Alex Texa helping that.
Yeah, first-year offensive coordinator Coach Spieler dialing up the plays right now. Joey Daniels connecting again. 4th touchdown pass. Finds the junior Alex Teska, who makes a few people miss and heads to the right end zone. Outstanding play designed by the Blue Devils.
9:29 remaining third quarter. Mount Lebanon up comfortably 42-13.
For 6A football fans, we already provided one update. We've got another quick update. NA has a pick 6. They're now up 28-7 over North Catholic as that game nears the end of the third quarter.
Central Catholic.
Central Catholic.
I'm sorry, what did I say?
North.
Oh, whoops, yeah, North Catholic.
That
Sorry about that.
Mount Lebanon scoring drive, 4 plays, 65 yards, 2 minutes, 22 seconds. Alex Texa, 51-yard reception from Joey Daniels. Joey with 4 touchdowns on the night.
Boy, total yards, Alex is probably going to go over 200 total yards in this game, both receiving and rushing.
Yep.
New kicker, Foddy.
And coming in to kick off, Noah Buddha.
Oh, Noah Buddha, sorry about that.
Noah was banging kicks in the JV game on Saturday. I mean, absolutely crushing kicks. So here the junior gets to kick off as Mount Lebanon leads 42-13.
Even though Sorsdale's been the 3-year kicker, Buddha kicked off a little bit last year.
He did.
Yeah. That ball was taken at the 5. Once again, way too much yardage. That's Demetrius Murphy. Nice run. He's going to bring it all the way out to
as good as
46-yard line, 45. So it's a 40-yard return.
As good as Mount Lebanon has played, they got to fix the special teams. That's like, I think, 4 good returns from Hempfield, giving them good field position. Got to clean that up for Mount Lebanon.
You're right, Colin. Demetrius Murphy, the senior for Spartans, gets the ball on the bounce, heads up the right sideline. Excellent kickoff return by Murphy. The Spartans have great field position at the 45, first down and 10.
Zilli looks left, complete. Tufts tackled.
Yeah, nice 7-yard pickup on first down. Zilli, again, that's
Matt
senior
works in
quarterback.
there on the tackle.
Very comfortable in the pocket, finds the open receiver right away. I'm sorry, gain of 6, not 7. It'll be second down and 4 for the Spartans into Mount Lebanon territory at the 49.
Second down 4. Right inside the 50, Mount Lebanon 49-yard line. Long count. Zilli throws quickly, complete.
Fumbles.
Pellis fumbles, but out of bounds. Clock remains moving.
Good solid tackle there by the junior Matthew Wirtz, number 21. After the catch comes up, makes the hard hit, but not before Zilli connects, makes the first down for the Spartans. Their first down and 10 at the Mount Lebanon 43-yard line. So really kind of picking up where he left off. He's 2 for 2.
Oh.
Zilli hands off. That'll be Perkins.
Wow.
Not much doing there. Looks like Trevor Barrett leading the way on that tackle. Pellegrino coming over in Texas as well.
Yeah, they've got an outstanding play from the middle linebackers, and that's number 14, Trevor Barrett, and number 34, Charlie Pellegrino. Really solid play at the middle linebacker position by both of them.
Ball to 45 now.
He's going
Pump
long.
fake. He's going to look down the left sideline. Overthrown. Roman Pellis had a step on Matt Wirtz, but ball was overthrown. It's going to be 3rd down and about 11.
Yeah, had him on that hitch and go. Wirtz baited for the hitch, and they ran the go, just a little too overthrown.
Yeah, very nice fake by Zerilli, the senior quarterback, number 12 for the Spartans. Good shoulder fake with the ball, caused the cornerback to bite, had it open down the near sideline, just could not connect. Clock stops with 8 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Mount Lebanon ahead, 42-13.
2 wide left, 2 wide right. Single setback.
Blitz again.
Zilli throws, overthrown, intended for Roman Pellis, incomplete. And it's going to bring up 4th and 11.
Yeah, we see in creating pressure again we've called his name a few times tonight. That's the junior, number 55, Joey Peters. Also in making a play was number 52, senior Tyler Long.
Zilli in punt formation. Heidenreich back around his 15-yard line to receive the punt. Kicks away. It's a very high kick.
Punt,
It's a good punt.
Heidenreich calling fair catch, and he'll take it to the 16-yard line.
Nice job by Eli getting under that. Did not want to see that ball bounce. Takes the very high punt, receives it at the 16-yard line where Mount Lebanon will take over. Second drive of the third quarter for the Blue Devils with 7:51 remaining and them ahead 42-13.
Flag.
Oh,
Man.
jeez.
A personal foul. Is this after the play?
I did not see it, Denny. I'm going to assume
It's gonna be
roughing the
a-
punter. I don't know. I didn't.
Maybe
I didn't-
We did not see a signal.
Hempfield has their offense on the field. Yep. It's going to be 1st down.
You just signaled personal foul Mount Lebanon,
likely
but
roughing
didn't
the
say
punter.
what it was, yeah.
They keep shooting themselves in the foot.
Oh, but again, another special teams
I know.
mistake. Got to clean that up.
Did get confirmation it was roughing the kicker. So now the ball is at the Mount Lebanon 31-yard line. Hempfield has it, 1st and 10.
All right, we see a slightly different defensive front for the Blue Devils. In is number 55, Joey Peters, number 52, senior Tyler Long, and number 45, sophomore Grayson D at defensive end. Again, just an update on that JV game tomorrow. Mount Lebanon Hempfield is at Hempfield. The game will be played at Hempfield. It will not be played at Cannon McMillan.
Haven't recognized our officials for tonight's game. The head referee, John Scavron, umpire Matthew Ridgway, linesman Tom Corpiel, line judge Ralph Livesley, side judge Kyle Henney, and field judge Gerald Davis.
Officials have certainly had an opportunity to throw flags tonight.
Tell me about it. And as we mentioned earlier, we're back in action at North Allegheny next Friday night.
Outside linebackers, Boehner 17, Jack Smith blitzes, comes from
He's
the
coming.
outside.
Yeah, good call on the screen.
Nice play.
Had blockers in front of him. Real good call.
Perkins on the gainer.
Hempfield has run that screenplay pretty effectively this whole game, trying to take away a little bit of the pressure coming from Coach Kim Niabala, defensive coordinator for the Blue Devils. Then I've been really impressed with Zilli, the quarterback for the Spartans. Very capable signal caller.
Ball down to the 22-yard line, 1st and 10. Zilli.
Blitz again.
As time throws across the middle. Oh, intercepted in the end zone. It went through a pair of
what a
Spartan hands, and then finally in the end zone, coming up with a pick was Matt Wirtz.
Yeah, let's give Eli Heidenreich some credit on that play.
Yes.
He was the safety who came up in coverage, broke the play up, I think got a hand on the ball, tipped the ball to Matthew Wirtz. Great ball skills by the junior, number 21, Matthew Wirtz, who picks the ball off in the end zone. Zilli's first interception of the game. Every time I give Zilli a compliment, I see that the next play something goes wrong for the Spartans.
His first incompletion was after you that he was at 100% at the time. So, Lebo, 1st and 10 at their own 20, 7:30 remaining, third quarter.
New quarterback, Jack Smith, into the game for Jerry Daniels.
That's right, the junior, number 7, Jack Smith, signal calling right now for the Blue Devils.
Handoff, Plummer, trying to bust it outside to the right. We'll get a few.
Hard-fought run from Plummer.
We still see the entire starting offensive line that started the game still in the game. So that's, again, anchored by the senior Colin Plesko at center, number 51. On the right side, it's Will Harvey, 75, number 77, Kate Capristo. And on the left side, we've got Owen Halter and big Cooper Austin.
It was Murphy, 23 on the stop, inside linebacker.
Too many men on for Mount Lebanon. It's a killer penalty. Eli Heidenreich was running off the field lately, but refs noticed it.
Going to take it back to the 19-yard line now.
Looks like Hempfield is deploying 3 down linemen. They're walking the linebackers up to the line of scrimmage, so they basically got 5 guys across the front, 2 middle linebackers, 4 defensive backs.
More confusion from Mount Lebanon. Pat Dunn comes in late.
Smith hands off to Plummer, trying to get around the left side, nowhere to go. He's going to be dragged down. That was 24, who's having a good game, Perkins.
Yeah, very well played on the perimeter by the Spartans. Held their ground. Nowhere for Plummer to go on that play.
Lose a couple. It's now going to be 3rd down and 15. Ball around the 14-yard line.
Oh, false start. It's Pat Dunn.
Yeah. Going the wrong way.
Boy, 6 of the last plays, there's been 3 penalties, all on the Blue Devils.
Yeah.
Got to clean that up.
Yeah, going back to the 2nd down and 6.
Yeah.
Too many men on the field. Just personnel issues. Mount Lebanon keeps shooting themselves in the foot. Got to clean that up.
Back to the 9-yard line now. Smith.
Blitz by the Spartans.
Rolls right. Looking. Has time. Throws. Incomplete. Nice strong throw. Running to his right because he threw that out beyond the 40-yard line, but just wasn't there. A little overthrown, out of bounds. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Boy, there you can see Jack's big arm right there as he rolled right. Quite a cannon. Interesting, now you've got the sophomore, Michael Beardsdorf, son of Amy and Ron Beardsdorf, back to punt. Michael had an incredible season punting as a freshman last year, has quite a booming leg. So Coach Palco kind of rotating in some different punters this game. Got Grayson D, a personal protector.
Need to find a good one. Good boy.
Get a bounce, get a bounce.
Something. Wrong way.
Punting woes continue.
Colin, when you say get a bounce, could you clarify which way that's going to bounce? Okay?
Usually that way to the right. I mean, usually a Mount Lebanon bounce is what I'm looking for. Didn't get it on there.
21-yard punt where the ball will be at the 31-yard line of Mount Lebanon now. Mount Lebanon, by the way, penalties. 7 penalties now for 80 yards. And that's really stacked up in this half.
I'm going to stop complimenting players.
I was just going to say, I was thinking about saying that.
Seems to be the kids.
You've been on a roll with the jigs.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Perkins, nowhere to go. He's going to be met.
Boy, you've seen Tommy Boehner really come
how about
hard
that
down
motor?
the line
Barrett
to make plays. Got the initial hit in there and then cleaned up by the middle linebackers, Barrett and Pellegrino. Great to see number 71, senior Ben Strife now in at defensive tackle.
Loss of 2.
Ben, a tough kid, number 71.
2nd down, 12. Ball at the 33-yard line. Fixed handoff.
That's good, John.
Complete. Complete over the middle to Ian Tufts.
Mr. Walters, you said this in the first half, but when you give this these Hempfield quarterbacks time, they can make some plays, and we've seen that. 2 really good quarterbacks motioning in number 12 and number 11. But if you give them time, they can make plays, and it showed right there.
Yeah, Colin, been really impressed with the Spartans' offense. Again, when they've had time, they've made plays, as you noted. That was Sam Ward, number 23, in coverage on that play. Sam's a junior defensive back.
20.
Blitz.
Throw.
Turn.
Into the corner of the end zone. Incomplete.
I think that's Johnny McGee, the sophomore.
Johnny McGee it is.
Wow.
Great play.
Great to see Johnny McGee back. He'd been injured with a hamstring. Really worked incredibly hard this offseason. Johnny, sophomore, 5'9", 165 pounds, both wide receiver and defensive back. Great play there. Ran stride for stride with the wide receiver. Turned right at the right time.
Yeah, just getting his head back. Swat the ball. Good defense.
I'm going to give a shout out to his mother, Melissa, who I see at University of UPMC Presbyterian Hospital, who does the anesthesia there. So I see her in my regular weekday job.
Yeah, and let me tell you, last year during a freshman football game, Melissa Klein delivered CPR to a woman and saved her life during the Penn Trafford Mount Lebanon freshman football game.
I did not know that.
One of the most incredible experiences. So Melissa, not only the mother of Johnny McGee, but also a lifesaver for Mount Lebanon football.
Wow.
Jake Phillips back in at quarterback for the Spartans.
Nice.
He's going to run right into a tackle.
And if you're Phillips, you just got to throw that ball away. You can't take a sack there.
Pat Dunn coming in to make the play.
Yeah, great job by Pat on the opposite side pursuit, and also Tommy Boehner on the strong side holding ground. Excellent play by the outside linebackers, Boehner and Dunn.
Ball on the 18-yard line now.
It'll be second down, 3:52 remaining in this third quarter. Mount Lebanon ahead of the Spartans, 42-13 at Mount Lebanon Stadium. Spartans trying to head into the south end zone. Blitz again by the Blue Devils. Not enough blockers.
Phillips throws. He's going to throw it out of bounds. Coming hard with
Smart decision.
Texa as well as Joey Peters.
Yeah, we've seen Joey Peters work in at defensive end, and he's been noticeable. 6'5", big frame, very athletic kid, making his presence felt on the defensive line. Also in there was number 71, senior Ben Strife. Nice job, Ben.
Late flag.
Another flag.
Oh, nice.
Unintentional grounding. Yeah, intentional grounding.
Well, I was surprised.
Yeah,
Nobody in that area?
Is that different for the high school?
Yeah, he was certainly outside of the tackle box.
Because I know in the NFL it's all over the place, but I don't know about high school.
I was just thinking about that. I actually don't know. I assumed the same rule applied in high school, but perhaps it doesn't.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, then I guess that's why they called it. Otherwise, in the pros, that would not have been intentional.
No, he was outside the tackle box for sure. This is going to be third and long, third and goal from the 35.
Working in now is number 52, Tyler Long, along the defensive line. Senior, he's over the center, playing nose. Grayson D in pressure. Oh, got him, Gray. Oh.
Man.
Phillips breaks through, throws it complete.
Just a three-man rush.
Tufts.
Three-man rush for Mount Lebanon. They still managed to get the quarterback unable. D could unable to make that play, but first down. I don't know what they're.
Well, no, they're saying ball over on downs, but I thought it was third down.
Yeah, I thought it was third and goal.
It was.
So it's got to be fourth down.
But the sticks are showing first down. Definitely confusion there, but that was definitely third down prior to the play.
Seems like there's been confusion all night.
I know. See, I did the wrong thing, too. As soon as I give the officials a shout-out.
Yeah, there we go.
Here we go. They can't keep the sticks right.
Yeah, let's see what the officials had huddled. They've now broken off, and I think that's going to be, nope. Spartans.
I think it should be fourth down.
Yeah.
Rich Bowen having a word with officials out there. Hempfield coach. And they are.
I think that's Mount Lebanon offense out there. So was that fourth down?
Wow. Something's up, but it is Mount Lebanon's football.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way.
1st and 10.
Hey, we're not complaining.
In the game at left guard now is number 72. That's Nick Javaden, the senior, 6'4", 235-pound senior at left guard.
But that last play, I mean, the sticks were wrong, the scoreboard was wrong. Everyone had 3rd and 35.
Yeah.
But it is Mount Lebanon ball, 1st and 10, around their own 14-yard line. Jack Smith still on the quarterback, hands it off to Plummer, takes it across the 15. Some hard-fought yards. 3:05 remaining now in the third quarter. Mount Lebanon up 42-13 on Hempfield.
Again, we've got the senior captain, Colin Plesko, still in at center, working in some additional offensive linemen. We mentioned Nick Javad, and it also looks like Ben Strife's in on the offensive line as well.
Yeah, 6 offensive linemen, it looks like.
Grayson D at tight end, number 45, the sophomore.
And looks like they give him 4 on the play, so 2nd down 6. Plummer again off the left side, turns the corner. Oh, big yardage. Out to midfield, gets knocked out of bounds, but great run, Maurice Plummer.
Great block by the senior, Owen McGeary, on that play, pulling. And McGeary got a good chunk there.
Oh, nice job by Big O. Excellent run by Maurice Plummer there. You see some of his instinctiveness and speed as he hits the left sideline and turns on the Jets.
Absolutely.
27 yards on the run. 1st and 10, Mount Lebanon now at their own 44-yard line. Boy, rushing yards piling up for the Blue Devils. Jack Smith going to look, quick hitter to the right. Oh, in and out of the hands of Munoz. 2nd down.
Yeah, Mount Lebanon's shown, Hempfield shown that look all night with about a 10-yard cushion. Jack Smith smartly getting the ball to their playmaker's hand. Munoz, unfortunately, couldn't come up with that ball, but if you're given that 10-yard cushion, might as well give it to your playmakers and try and get some yards.
I had mentioned earlier that Nick Javaden was in at left guard. He's actually in at left tackle. That's Ben Strife in at left guard. Okay. The right side of the offensive line remains intact.
Boehner.
Will Harvey pulls there.
Good run. Another big run.
My goodness.
Going down the left sideline, 1 man to beat.
Man.
And 15 toughs will bring him down.
I tell you what, Mount Lebanon has some really, really good running backs.
Well, there you saw Tommy Boehner's speed. He literally just turned on the Jets. I mean, Gale Sayers died earlier this week, but that could have been Gale Sayers down the left sideline, but it was Tommy Boehner instead.
There's a flag around midfield, and we're coming back.
Man.
Oh, boy, that's a shame, Tommy. Nice run. Officials getting flag happy here in the second half. Will be spotted at Mount Lebanon 38-yard line.
It's a killer penalty.
Whoa, this just in, and reporting in from Annapolis, the Franklins, Mitchells, Hazlets, and McGuigans. They're apparently, they've just left the library, and they're just tuning in on the radio as they're heading back from the local library in Annapolis.
Come on, guys. Getting awful sloppy here. False start, Mount Lebanon. Take it back another 5.
Luckily, the score is what the score is, because they do it where in a closer game. Mount Lebanon is clearly shooting themselves in the foot here. Lots of penalties.
Yeah, too many penalties. Need to clean it up here. There's still 2:12 left in the third quarter. This third quarter has kind of
gone forever, like last week's third quarter.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Last week, first half was done in an hour. Second half took 2 hours. From the 33, Plummer runs around the left side. Another nice gainer. He'll get ready to run the midfield spot.
Mount Lebanon clearly controlling the run game here, but some key penalties have pushed them back, but they're getting some really good yardage on the run game here.
Yeah, and they're running on the left side of that offensive line with senior Strife and Javaden clearing some holes.
16 yards on the carry.
Nick Javaden's dad, Ryan Javaden, is assistant coach this year.
Yep.
He previously coached with Central Catholic and actually was the head coach at Carleton High School and also was on Coach Herring's staff for a year or two at Mount Lebanon as well.
When my oldest son, Bill, played, 2011, 2012, Javaden was here. Jack Smith
Gotta
rolling,
get rid of
looking,
it.
has time.
And that's one.
Oh,
Flag. We have a block in the back.
I think they're going to get a block in the black. I would just say Mo Plummer on that play got to kind of drop a little lower and deliver a block as Jack was flushed out of the pocket and headed right. Yet another penalty on Mount Lebanon's offense.
Yeesh. Hempfield electing to take this ball. No, they're taking it back, it looks like.
Okay.
Man.
Third and 19. Now ball at the 35-yard line. Smith with Plummer in the backfield. Smith straight drop back, quick hitter.
Go, Mikey.
Complete.
Oh, go, Michael, go.
Beardsdorf gets out to midfield. Won't be enough for a first down. Finally was brought down there by number 3. That's Guy.
Yeah, that's Michael Beardsdorf, the sophomore's second reception this evening, his second reception as a varsity player, number 27, sophomore Michael Beardsdorf. Picks up nice yardage on the throw from Jack Smith, but just short of the first down. It'll be 4th down and 6. Mount Lebanon punting with 1:33 remaining in the third quarter. Back now is Noah Buda. We talked about Noah Buda. Really boomed some kicks in the JV game last Saturday. Does a nice job receiving the punt. Kicks it.
Gets it away.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Jack Smith going from quarterback to long snapper on that play.
I'll tell
So
you,
it's going to go out around the 22-yard line. Call that a 28-yard punt for Buda.
yeah, nice job by Noah receiving the long snap from Jack Smith and then getting the kick down the left sideline. I know that's something Coach Palco and the special teams of Mount Lebanon wanted to work more on, is angling punting. And, I know there's something West A did last year. I think West A, remarkably, punting last year, did not have one punt returned last year.
Wow.
They were kicking everything to the sideline, and I know that's something Mount Lebanon wanted to try to do, that directional kicking.
1st and 10 from their own 22. Low snap. Zilly
Wide
pass. Complete to Tufts. Breaks one tackle, but Eli Heidenreich comes in and hog ties him down.
Not even one return last year.
That's what I heard. Yeah, Colin.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Boy, nice tackle there by Eli Heidenreich. Again, you get the sense that if the Spartans can pass block, they've got something with their quarterbacks and wide receivers. He looks very poised back there, whoever the signal caller is, particularly Zilly, when we've seen this evening, the senior.
Zilly in there now. Throws over the middle. Got a man. That's Roman Pellis. He already has one touchdown tonight. It looks like he's going for another. Roman Pellis, 68 yards for the Hempfield touchdown.
Boy, great timing route. Zilly finds Pellis. Pellis turns on the Jets, just out of the reach of junior Matthew Wirtz, and Hempfield gets their first score of the second half. 42-19 Mount Lebanon's extra point pending. Boy, Zilly throws a nice ball.
He does.
Tyler Martin on for the extra point for Hempfield. Ooh, Plummer came in hard, almost got there, but not quick enough as the kick is good. Now, with 29 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, Mount Lebanon 42, Hempfield 20.
Nice job by Roman Pellis on the extra point, catching what was not necessarily a perfect snap, got the ball down for the place kicker. Hempfield place kicker bangs it through to cut the lead to 42-20 Mount Lebanon, 29 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Scoring drive there was 3 plays, 78 yards, only 48 seconds on the big hitter with Pellis. But another disturbing stat Keith Sala just gave us here, that Mount Lebanon has gotten really sloppy in the second half. 10 penalties for 105 yards. Got to fix that up, huh?
Wait, Keith, is that 10 penalties in just the second half?
No, it's the whole game.
The whole game. I'm sorry. Okay, good. Ooh.
That would have been bad.
Right, because that would have been
worse.
That would have been one quarter.
Update on Christian Zilli, senior quarterback for Hempfield, having quite a night. 15 of 19, 273 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Squib again.
Yes. Muffed at the 25-yard line, but then handled. Is this Ryan Martin? Yes, it is. And good hard run.
Boy, he
delivered a blow. One of the tacklers.
As well.
Second excellent kick return by Ryan Martin, showing a lot of fight, the senior number 42 on senior recognition
Another
night.
flag.
Excellent kick return. And
Another
are you kidding me? Seriously?
Let's just get out of this third quarter. Hopefully things will clean up in the fourth.
Denny, we've been up here for some long second halves.
I know.
But this might
not
be
even
the
done with the third quarter
this might
yet.
be the longest third quarter we've commentated through.
Oh, in the days when we had Mike Melnick, we were guaranteed 3 hours plus every game. Winging it around 45 times a game.
I did also want to make a call out to Jeff and Carol Iovino. They won the Blue Devil Club Youth Appreciation Award this evening. That was presented at end of the first quarter. Jeff and Carol are incredible members of our community. For over 2 decades, they've been huge supporters of Mount Lebanon youth sports. Their son Luke is a senior this year, and they've got a daughter who's off to college already. But wanted to comment on Carol and Jeff's generosity within the community. They've been incredible. They also are the owners of Cafe Io Deli, and Taco Diablo as well. So,
Very
of course,
good.
I know they would support or appreciate your support and patronage at their restaurants on Beverly and Mount Lebanon as well. But Carol and Jeff, thank you for all you do for this community. It's definitely greatly appreciated.
We got a penalty here on Hempfield.
Offsetting.
Oh.
Yeah.
The other thing I got to tell you is with no concession stand, I'm starving. Yeah,
I brought a meatball sandwich, remember?
I'm going straight.
Yeah, how was that, Denny?
Straight to Minnie's
Great.
after this.
Homemade or?
Actually, leftover meatballs from Olive Garden, and I had hoagie buns at home and made my own sandwich and
nice.
Kept it in foil and brought it here.
That sounds good.
Joey Daniels back in at quarterback. Hands off. Texa. Nice run to the 45-yard line.
Boy, Alex to me just looks so explosive at running back. And there, again, you see his physicality, too. He takes a hit and then falls forward an extra 3 yards. Well done by the junior Alex Teska, number 5.
That'll do it. That'll do it for the third quarter, folks, as we switch sides for the fourth quarter. Mount Lebanon Blue Devils 42, the Hempfield Spartans 20.
Yeah, it's been a fun game. Quite the shootout. Was not expecting to see so much offense by the Blue Devils and the Hempfield Spartans as well.
Quite the shootout with penalties, too.
Yeah, you're right, Colin.
Mount Lebanon now with 2 rushers over 100 yards on the night. Plummer, 12 carries for 111. Alex Texa, 8 carries for 140. Wow, quite a yards per carry average for both guys.
And again, we commented, given his receptions as well, he might be over 200 total yards of offense.
Could be.
The junior Alex Teska. You know, Denny, that was a big turning point in the game last week. Alex was banged up in that second half.
Yeah, he
gutted
was.
it out. But I know, he had to play hurt in that second half.
Just did some math on Texa. That's 17.5 yards a carry. Pretty good.
Keep doing that.
Yeah.
Every play. Okay.
Colin, are you in calculus?
Oh, yeah. Phone calculator.
Oh, there you go. Okay. It's starting to scare me.
Handoff.
Oh, nice.
Add into that.
Puts on a spin move. Oh, nice move. And he's going to just go down at the 30-yard line.
If we get the yardage on that, I could calculate it again.
25 yards game. 25 yards on the game.
Boy, you saw at the 50-yard line, Alex just a little juke, shake and bake.
It's up to 18.
Beat the defender to the outside. Alex showing again his versatility, speed. Wow, quite a burst there by Alex, the junior.
Joey Daniels still in at quarterback. Plummer tailback. Got Heidenreich split to the left. Ward up to the right in the slot. And
jet sweep.
He can
got him
wide open.
Nice.
Matt Wirtz for the touchdown.
I was just about to say, if Mount Lebanon can find a score here, that might be the dagger, and they indeed do that. Heidenreich with the pass.
No.
Great arm from Eli.
I mean, just hold on a second, Mount Lebanon Nation. We were talking about Alex Teska's versatility. How about Eli's versatility?
Unbelievable.
I mean, we've seen him run the ball to the Wildcat. We see him make tackles all over the field on defense. He's caught in pass receptions for touchdowns, and now he throws one for a touchdown. Eli Heidenreich, number 8, the junior, takes the jet sweep, rolls right, finds Matthew Wirtz in the end zone. Beautiful adjustment by Wirtz on the ball. Boy, Eli Heidenreich looked a little bit like
Buddha in for the point after this time, and the kick is good.
number 8, Eli Heidenreich, reminding me of another number 8, maybe Lamar Jackson. Is that too much of a stretch?
11:20 now remaining in this game. 49-20 Mount Lebanon.
He sure looks good, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
He's a generational talent. Steelers are going to have to deal with him for years to come, it seems like.
Yes.
Big game this weekend versus the Texans.
So they're going to have trouble with the Ravens.
Always.
That scoring drive went 4 plays, 63 yards in 59 seconds. The big TD from Heidenreich to Wirtz.
And again, let's make another shout out to the Mount Lebanon band who's blasting away here. They're on the opposite side of the field. They're on what is usually the visitors' side. Done a great job playing this evening. Enjoyed hearing them at halftime. It's been great having them in the stadium. They've been playing, and of course they're remaining socially distant as well as they set up on the visitors' sideline. Also been great having the Mount Lebanon cheerleaders here as well. Certainly, it's a little surreal atmosphere with not so many people in the stands.
Different.
The concession stands closed, but having the cheerleaders in the band makes it feel more like Friday night football in southwestern Pennsylvania.
Buddha kicking it off again.
Wow, big kick.
Great kick.
To the 5. Gonna be Perkins. Oh, somebody came in hard. Initially coming in there was 45, Grayson D, and then Alex Javadin helping seal the deal there.
I also think that was number 43, Will Hartung. Now, Will broke his thumb in the JV game on Saturday, and
I saw the cast.
He's casted out there.
How about that?
And he's back.
It's like
playing.
one of those defensive ends.
Yeah.
Who break their thumb, but just swat the ball with the big cast.
I think that was Will initially on that tackle. Oh, nice play.
Perkins, nice little run.
Yeah, and tackled by number 25, Daniel King, the junior, in at middle linebacker. Now, number 25, that number's near and dear to me. That was Timmy Walters' number.
Yeah, absolutely.
From Mount Lebanon. Of course, another famous number 25 from Mount Lebanon, Luke Hagee.
Oh.
One of the all-time great Mount Lebanon running backs.
Oh,
here we go.
Who got it?
That's Mount Lebanon recovery.
Rocky Fennell.
Yeah.
Rocky Fennell, yes it is.
49 in the right spot. Rocky Fennell, the sophomore outside linebacker, very physical player. Nice job by Rocky. Heads up. I did not see who caused the fumble on that play.
I did not either.
It looked like a host of Blue Devils meeting a Spartan running back.
Yeah, it was tough to see who got there first.
Fennell just at the right place at the right time, it seems like.
So 10:41 remaining. Mount Lebanon will take over at the Hempfield 21-yard line. And it's nice to see Mount Lebanon starting to get some players in the game here. I got Jack Smith back in at quarterback again.
Cortland Peer at tailback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you've got, again, Nick Javadin anchoring at left tackle, Ben Strife at right. At left guard, you've got right guard now is Tyler Long, number 52. Big number 77, Kay Capristo, the sophomore, still in there at right tackle. But they've switched up the offensive line quite a bit. And yeah, number 18, Cortland Peer, senior, in at running back. Of course, he's done a great job holding for extra points and field goals this season as a specialist on Mount Lebanon's extra point and field goal units.
Pat Dunn running onto the field late. A personnel issue for Mount Lebanon. Cost them 5 yards.
Now go to Andrew DeCaro in at receiver in the game now.
Yeah, AD, of course, we talked last week. A lot of DeCaro's made their name presence felt in Mount Lebanon football, most recently with Donald and Lucas. Of course, nice run.
Pardon, that's Cortland Peer.
Spartan player down.
You never want to see that.
Yeah, that's one of their better players, too. That's Demetrius Murphy, who's had a pretty good game tonight.
Murphy's been all over the field for the Spartans. Really tough player for them. Let's hope he's okay. We talked about AD, Andrew DeCaro, in at wide receiver, number 20, the senior. His older brothers, Donald and Lucas, both were captains for Mount Lebanon Blue Devils. Donald plays at Carnegie Mellon. Lucas plays at Case Western. And, of course, Andrew's father, Donald DeCaro, played football at Carnegie Mellon University.
Yep. My alma mater.
Yeah.
They got a statue?
Denny, were you?
They got a statue for their Denny?
Were you offensive tackle at Carnegie Mellon?
Not quite. Leading place kicker, though.
Did you have any game-winning kicks?
Oh, yeah.
Who was your most notable one?
Do you know this story?
I don't.
Oh, you don't?
Tell it.
Okay. Freshman year. Number 1, this is Division III, number 1 ranked Dayton came to Carnegie Mellon, ranked number 8th in a first-round Division III playoff game. Dayton favored by 21 points. Dayton, first year that they de-emphasized their program down to Division III, so they still had 3 years of scholarship players. So it just so happened that it poured down rain. We had a grass field all Friday night, all Saturday morning, and it kind of neutralized things. And with that, we led the entire game until about a minute left in the game. We gave up a long touchdown pass, and Dayton tied at 14-14, went into overtime. Both teams got the ball in the 25 in the first overtime. They scored a touchdown first, 21-14. Carnegie Mellon scores. I kicked the extra point to tie it.
Were you nervous? How nervous were you?
A little bit. And then second overtime, they got the ball first. They fumbled, and then I went in and kicked a 27-yard field goal to win the game. So knocked off the number 1 team in the nation.
They all stormed at you?
As a freshman.
How about that? Iconic.
There you go. Probably
Great
to this
moments
day.
in Denny Pacifica history.
There you go. Hey, you guys asked.
There's more to the voice of the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils.
And good to see number 23 walk off the field on his own accord. That's for the Spartans. That's Demetrius Murphy. He's had a heck of a game.
Yes,
really
he has.
Physical presence on both sides of the ball. And be on special teams too. Hope he's okay. He's being checked out by the team trainers and physicians on the Spartan sideline. Jack Smith still in a quarterback for the Blue Devils.
Yep. Cortland Pierce still in the background with him. Split left to Caro. Beardsdorf to the top. Handoff, Cortland Pierce takes it around the right side.
Good block.
Makes a spin move, get him a couple more yards.
Great block by Owen McGeary, sealing that right edge.
Absolutely a big block by Big O, Owen McGeary on the outside. Nice job. That sprung Cortland Pierce. Good hard running by number 18, senior Cortland Pierce. Jack Smith taking the signals from the sideline. 9:26 remaining in the fourth quarter. Mount Lebanon ahead 49-20 over the Spartans of Hempfield.
Good time for stating the score and the time, Brian. I just got a text here asking for us to show the clock on the live stream, and that is one of the things our engineers are working on here. We're hoping to have it sometime this season. Pure, ball carrier. Brought down by Perkins.
This just in, North Allegheny, that's the Tigers of North Allegheny, defeat the Central Catholic Vikings 35-21. That is a final in 6A. That's relevant because next week Mount Lebanon travels up north to Wexford to take on the Tigers of North Allegheny. And Mount Lebanon has struggled in recent years against North Allegheny.
Noah Buddha on to attempt a 37-yard field goal.
Holder Cortland Pierce.
Ball's down. Kick is away. Nice looking kick.
Yeah, how
he
about that?
boomed it. Good, and he had about 20 yards to spare on it.
if I'm not mistaken, I think last year Noah Buddha had a game-winning kick versus Pine Richland in the JV game to beat Pine Richland on the road.
I think you may be right, Colin. I think
Yep.
you may be right. That's a 38-yard field goal.
That's a long
correct?
field goal for high school.
Yep.
Nice job by the long snapper, Jack Smith. Nice job by the senior, Cortland Pierre, who held that snap. And then Noah Buddha, the junior, bangs it through from 38 yards out. Mount Lebanon 52. Hempfield Spartans 20.
How about this? Very kind from the Hempfield Spartans. Brian, I just got a text saying, if you guys are still hungry, Hempfield football parents are tailgating in the Upper Mount Lebo parking lot and have lots of extra pizza. How about that?
Mr. Walters, you said you were hungry.
Thank you, Hempfield.
Might have to make a trip up.
Did you get that one yet?
I called him. Yeah. The Franklins have texted us from Annapolis. They're clarifying they're actually not at the library. They're apparently playing shuffleboard somewhere.
Hello out there, Dave. Buddha approaches. Nice high kick. Inside the 5, taking it around the 3. It'll be Perkins. Across the 25-yard line.
Good to see Perkins back in there after that injury.
Alex Javadin in on the tackle.
Actually, that is not Alex. That's Beckham D. That's a freshman Beckham D. His brother Grayson, you've heard called out, number 45, but that was Beckham, number 9, freshman on the tackle. Also on the tackle was number 13, the senior Pat Dunn, who's been very active on special teams this evening.
He came up a little hobbling too as well.
Pat did?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
They're marching off another penalty.
Man.
Louise, how many penalties?
We got to be up close to 150 yards now.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why it's a 3-hour game.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, you cannot afford when they go up to North Allegheny next week to have these
absolutely.
penalties. You cannot give away any extra yardage at all.
It's going to be hard enough.
Got that right.
Now in for the Spartans, number 11.
Yeah, that's Phillips. Jake Phillips. He's been in a couple times now.
We've seen a lot of hitches from Hempfield. Mount Lebanon giving them cushion, but Hempfield taking advantage with the hitches, getting about 5 or 6 yards.
Ball at the 47-yard line now. Second and about 3.
Again, this Hempfield offense, very efficient. Throwing the ball. Done a nice job. They've deployed their weapons pretty effectively.
Phillips in there. Perkins in the backfield with him. 3 wide to the left, 1 wide to the right. Drop back. Throws to Perkins coming out of the backfield. Complete. He'll get a first down. And then a swarm of Blue Devils who will take him down right around the Mount Lebanon 45-yard line.
Yeah, in on that tackle was number 20, the senior. AD. Andrew DeCaro. Also in on that tackle was number 58, Alex Tamburinsa. He's a senior, 6'3", 250-pound defensive lineman. Nice job by Tambo.
Great to see a lot of people getting playing time, getting in the game here.
Yeah, very shifty.
Especially the seniors.
Yeah, shifty play by the Hempfield receiver, running back, to catch that and then square his shoulders upfield.
Yep.
I could have been holding. Oh, they've run this play
Perkins.
very well.
They have.
2 guys swarming in on the tackle there. Looks like Johnny McGee was in there, and along with Rocky Fennell.
Yeah, those are 2 sophomores, very physical players. Rocky, outside linebacker, and of course we mentioned Johnny earlier, plays wide receiver, and of course cornerback. Great to see Johnny back in. He'd been dealing with a hamstring injury for a prolonged period, so very active, the sophomore, number 41, Johnny McGee.
Phillips, nowhere to go. Tries rolling left.
I don't know if that was a read play or...
Nice job by Owen McGeary. Yeah, playing defensive end or outside linebacker. And also, again, Rocky Fennell, number 49, making his presence felt. Clock continues to run. There's 5:52 remaining in this fourth quarter. Mount Lebanon ahead 52-20 over the Spartans of Hempfield. Mount Lebanon still deploying 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers, and 4 defensive backs.
Phillips Throws over the middle. It is almost intercepted. Pass was intended for Phillips. Going up high, trying to make that interception was Mike Beardsdorf.
How about that play?
Yeah, again, you see Mikey B's athleticism. That's Michael Beardsdorf. I call him Mikey B. Basketball player as well. Jumped up high. Very athletic kid. Almost had the interception.
Ball hawking safety right there.
Yeah.
We've seen him do a lot tonight.
Absolutely.
Receiver, safety, punter.
Yeah, look, I think certainly with this junior class and the sophomore class, it'll be interesting to see what happens in the years ahead. But let's talk about the seniors on senior night for Mount Lebanon as well. Great effort by them. Their leadership certainly needed in a must-win situation for the Blue Devils.
Tufts makes the catch.
Nice catch.
Down to around the 25-yard line. He'll be brought down by A.J. Stetler.
Yeah, it's the junior Stetler coming up hard and making the tackle there. Nice job by A.J. Again, we've got number 72, Nick Javada, in at tackle. That's the senior.
Ball to 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Just under 5 minutes remain. Phillips fakes the handoff, throws, complete. That's Guy, and he's going to be pulled down around the 5-yard line.
And let's give the Hempfield Spartans a lot of credit. There's been no quit by this Hempfield team at all, battling to the very end here and driving down deep into Mount Lebanon territory with the clock running, 4:41 remaining. Spartans knocking on Mount Lebanon's door.
It looks like
Perkins,
he's in.
he may be in. We don't see any hands. Oh, yes, we do. The far side official raises hands, touchdown.
Yeah, good-looking drive by the Spartans here in the 4th quarter. They stick it in from 5 yards out. It's now 52-26, extra point pending. Mount Lebanon still in command, but nice drive by the Spartans here late in the 4th quarter.
Tyler Martin on to kick the extra point for the Spartans. Out of the hold of Pellis. Oh, yeah, no good. It was a spirally looking kick that went wide left. So with 4 minutes, 34 seconds remaining in this game, score Mount Lebanon 52, Hempfield 26. That scoring drive, nice drive by Hempfield. 7 plays, 60 yards, 8 up, 3:28 off the clock.
I know we haven't mentioned it yet this broadcast, but how beautiful is this Mount Lebanon's new turf? Blue colors.
Awesome.
It's been...
Love the track.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the turf feels incredible. That turf was definitely needed to be replaced. You've got Blue Devils written in one end zone, Mount Lebanon written in the north end zone. In the north end zone, you now have the Blue Devil logo in turf behind there, and that had never previously been turfed. The track also previously was red. It now looks blue.
Yeah.
Really, John Grogan, the athletic department, deserve a lot of credit. Well done by them.
Very sharp.
And big thanks to all the people who made this game possible. You know, in this COVID environment, you can't take anything for granted anymore. That we were able to play this game and even have fans, parents at this game, greatly appreciated to the Mount Lebanon administration, starting with Dr. Steinhauer and then, of course, Athletic Director John Grogan. Thank you for making this possible. And then, of course, all the people in the administration, faculty, staff, support personnel. Well done, everyone.
That was Kissel kicking off. Little scrum around the 40-yard line.
Was that Ryan Martin again?
It was.
Yes.
Boy, I bet he's got close to 70 yards of returns and kickoffs tonight. Nice
Seems
job
like
by
he's
the
been,
senior Ryan Martin.
Seems like he's had everything.
Yeah. All right, so we'll set the stage here. 4:23 remaining in the 4th quarter. Mount Lebanon is ahead 52-26 over the Spartans of Hempfield. They'll take over at the 41-yard line. And now
Jack Smith still at quarterback. Cortland Pierce still in the backfield.
we've got number 50, James Klein, in. Oh, I couldn't tell if James was at center or guard. Oh, nice run. Wow.
Cortland Pierce.
Yeah, nice run by Cortland.
He'll get 15 yards on the play.
Yeah.
Make that 14.
Also,
make it 15.
Also in on the O-line is number 62, Kyle Watkins, the junior. That's Watkins in on the O-line now, too.
This is the type of game you just want to hold the ball until the clock runs out.
Yep.
Grind it, grind it, grind it.
Yeah, now James Klein, number 50, he's in at center. He's the junior, big 6'1", 240-pound frame. James's dad, Steve Klein, played football at Mount Lebanon and then at Yale University as well. Had a great career at Yale.
And is the mom our photographer?
Yes. Mom's doing a great job, Marilee Klein.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Is that Idris?
Idris Wilson.
Idris Wilson, the sophomore. 5'7", 195, busting it through.
Yeah, that is a powerful frame on Idris, the sophomore, 33. I would not want to have to tackle Idris as well. Big tree trunk thighs, blasted through the middle there. Nice run by Idris Wilson.
25 yards on the carry.
In at tight end is number 31, A.J. Lombardo. And number 9 in the backfield, that is Beckham D. Beckham D, freshman Beckham D.
Wow.
One of only 2 freshmen dressing varsity. The other is Connor Young. Clock continues to run, 2:52 remaining this fourth quarter. Mount Lebanon at the 20-yard line heading into the south end zone. Spartan defense trying to hold them out. Jack Smith at quarterback.
D, the ball carrier.
Good hard run by Beckham D. Runs over the senior, number 71 at guard, Ben Strife. Nice job of blocking by Ben Strife. Let's set the offensive line, moving left to right. That's Nick Javon and Ben Strife. James Klein. Kyle Watkins. And I'm just trying to catch numbers here. That looks like, is it Joey Peters? No, I think it's 58, Alex Tambaritzis.
Okay.
Who's a senior. And then in at tight end, number 31, A.J. Lombardo as well.
Louis Petrogallo, first carry of the night.
Oh, and Mount Lebanon football fans, it does not end tonight. We've got the JV game tomorrow at Hempfield at 10 o'clock. And then we also have a big day of youth football starting 5:45. Mount Lebanon plays the Little Macs of Cannonsburgh at the stadium. And then at 7 o'clock, it's the Mount Lebanon 5th and 6th grade teams playing each other. That's Coach Petrogallo versus Coach Sala.
The game before that, what grade are those teams?
That's
when you say they play the Little Macs or whatever.
Yeah, that's 5th and 6th grade as well, I believe.
Okay. 3 runners in the backfield. Well, 2 runners along with Jack Smith. It's going to be 33 again. That's Wilson. Good strong runner.
Yeah, running very hard. Nice block by number 31, A.J. Lombardo.
Under a minute left to play. 52-26 Mount Lebanon.
Also in now, senior number 32, Billy Green. Billy's in at fullback. Billy's dad, very successful running back and player for the Duquesne Dukes back in the day, yeah. Billy's mom also very active in helping support the cheerleaders. Andrew DeCaro in motion.
Not much doing there.
Turnover on downs, it looks like.
That was
Jack McMahon.
Yeah. Jack McCann. Junior running back. Not much room to run. Mount Lebanon's a little bit short of first down on 4th. So the ball will go over on downs to the Spartans of Hempfield with 15 seconds remaining this fourth quarter. Mount Lebanon 52, Hempfield Spartans 26.
You'd think they'd just take a kneel here.
I'd like to give a big shout out to Joe Daniels. He's our Blue Devil Club rep for football. Does so much around here. He basically lives this job. Anyway, Joe helps coordinate this broadcast as well. And he just texted me that tonight we are at 2,800 viewers.
How about that?
2,800.
It's a lot of people.
So thank you, viewers out there, for tuning in. We really enjoy having you. Really enjoy doing this, but makes it that much better to know we have that much of an audience out there tuning in on Friday nights. So that'll do it. Our score, Mount Lebanon 52, Hempfield 26. Like we said, folks, we'll be back next Friday night, but from North Allegheny, who had a big win tonight against Central Catholic. So we're going to hope to top our 2,800 viewer record next week. So
Coach Palco and Coach from Hempfield meeting at half field for the handshake was going to clarify whether the teams were going to do the handshake or not. We saw last week, I think the teams shook hands again and again in this COVID environment. Those are things you kind of look out for and pay attention to. Hempfield and Mount Lebanon shaking hands as both teams come off. Hard-fought game by the Blue Devils. Absolutely must win for the Blue Devils this week as they head north to take on the Tigers of North Allegheny, which looked like they had a solid win against the Vikings of Central Catholic. So Mount Lebanon evens their 6A conference schedule at 1-1 as they head north next week to take on the Tigers of North Allegheny. Hempfield now at 1-2 with one conference win against Norwin.
Yeah, it wasn't perfect, but they got the job done tonight, and that's all that matters, that W on the scoreboard.
Well, signing off here, I'd like to thank some of our crew. We have Brett Hamill on camera, Samantha Osborne, first time on the switchboard for us tonight, did a wonderful job. Harrison Piddle, our sideline cameraman. Keith Sala did a wonderful job on stats, providing the numbers for the broadcast. Our spotter, Jack Kazora, who I will see tomorrow as we have the pit game to work tomorrow. And my partner, Brian Walters and Colin Whitty, great job. Thanks for all your expert analysis.
Denny, always great being with the voice of the Blue Devils in southwestern Pennsylvania for Whitfield football. Could not have enjoyed it more. Just a shout out to Samantha, who's on our keyboard. She's got her SATs tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
I know has some big plans for college as well. Good luck on your SATs tomorrow, Samantha.
All right. So, from Mount Lebanon Stadium, this is Denny Pustufka signing off with our final score. Mount Lebanon Blue Devils 52, the Hempfield Spartans 26. Good night, everyone.